I'm telling you, they're recorded.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Yeah. Jay Black, just make sure when you go to the page, you'll see all the conversation that we get
Bet.
before.
For this particular show is a bet, side bet, people, side conversation. Today is Monday, November the 15th.
You don't even know what's been anyway. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Watch all our pages, all the YouTube situations. We get them every. What is that noise?
It's Shawnee preparing some stuff behind the scenes.
Okay. All right, y'all. Good morning, Monday. Great morning to my man Shawn Robinson. Good morning, Mike, Shawn, Takeover Legends. Positive.
Nice. Attract.
And so, how was your night last night, Jay Black?
Night was good. Sunday night, all good. Only made one bet on football on Tyreek Hill that he scored a touchdown. He scored a couple of them, so that was only did one little bet. That was it. Football was good. Eagles did what they do. You know, they this is our second half of the season. We're about to go on a nice little run and shock the world. But yeah, Sunday was good.
Shawnee, your night was Shawnee got a whole live Frankie Beverly and everything popping.
My night was a regular night, a regular single mom night. Yep.
Single mom night.
But I see the shoulders. So
nothing spectacular. Nothing like
the vitamin D entered the building.
No vitamin D.
Are you serious?
I am so serious.
How long has it been now?
Oh my God, Mike, a long time. A real long time. A very long time. Nope. No dates, no callers, no suitors, none of that. Nope.
No callers, no suitors. Okay.
None of that. Nope.
No prospects. She has no prospects right now.
Nope.
There's nobody in the building. There's nobody.
Nobody's in the building. Nobody.
But you look good. I mean, you look nice.
I am accepting applications though.
I mean, accept DMs, applications. She's ready. Twitter, repost, anything that goes on. So okay. All right. I mean, you look great.
Yeah, for me.
What do you mean for you?
Yeah, for me. That's what I'm saying. I guess I look good for y'all.
I mean, everybody.
For the show.
Yeah, the show is great. All right, y'all.
Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Kathy Black. Morning,
Kathy.
All right, good morning, y'all. Sexy Mo will be in the building, I think, in like 30 minutes. And
15
make that happen.
or so. Yeah.
Oh, 15 minutes. Okay.
Something like that.
All right. We got a whole bunch of stuff that's irritating my soul right now. So, we got the baby irritating my soul. Brittany Bundles. Irritating my soul.
Let me see what she look like. Brittany, you said Brittany Bundles?
Brittany Bundles looks amazing.
Who is Brittany Bundles?
Instagram star. And she was in Dallas. So everybody was taking pictures with us. She was the one talking about the baby father and how, she's a whole nother level. And Dave Chappelle, the baby, Adele, and there's something else.
Oh yeah, she's on it. She's at 2 or 3 on the toaster meter. Okay.
No,
really?
No, she's amazing. Like she's on. Wait, you said what level on the toaster?
She's about 2 or 3.
She's maybe a 1.
Okay, I was giving her a 2.
She's right.
No, she's maybe a 1. Like she's probably not in the toaster. So Danny Lay, what do you want to do? How y'all want to work this?
Let's do Chappelle first because he's there.
All right, put the Chappelle. Go ahead.
All righty.
I am not saying that to say that trans women aren't women. I am just saying that those pussies that they got, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not pussy, but that's like beyond pussy or impossible pussy. You know what I mean? It tastes like pussy, but that's not quite what it is it? It's not blood, that's beet juice.
So, all right. So this is where it gets tricky because the cameraman ain't shit. The cameraman, like if y'all listening and not watching, the cameraman focuses in on these two ladies who obviously are of the community.
LG, yes.
Yeah. So play it again right there. Play it again real quick.
Okay. Wait a minute, I have to go back to it.
No, take a second. We're good.
There.
I am not saying that to say that trans women aren't women. I am just saying that those pussies that they got, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not pussy, but that's like beyond pussy or impossible pussy. You know what I mean? It tastes like pussy, but that's not quite what it is it? It's not blood, that's beet juice.
How did they find the two lesbians in the crowd?
But why do we think they're lesbians? They look like mother and daughter.
Shawnee, shut up. Play it again.
Why do we think
Shut up. Now you're gonna have me really focus on this.
Shawnee, you see they're not laughing.
Well, I get
They're a couple. They're not mother and daughter. They're a couple.
Oh.
And the cameraman
That's
ain't
a sugar
shit. Like the funniest part, like the joke is amazingly funny, but the two women how the cameraman found, it was almost like it was set up. Like the cameraman was like, okay, let me find out of all 5,000 people, let me find the two people that will be offended by Dave.
Yeah.
You got it? Go ahead, watch it again. Watch.
Right.
Popcorn coffee time.
I am not saying that to say that trans women aren't women. I am just saying that those pussies that they got, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not pussy, but that's like beyond pussy or impossible pussy. You know what I mean? It tastes like pussy, but that's not quite what it is it? It's not blood, that's beet juice.
Find the two lesbians in the fucking building. Y'all don't agree with me?
Close.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, it wasn't funny to him.
Well, yeah, they didn't find that humorous.
Oh my god, that was the lesbian couple that they got.
But you
Like,
know
no,
how
they would not do a
they-
Netflix special and him say a joke and not focus in on two people that were like, okay.
So the camera's okay. I see what he's setting up. Let me find somebody that, bam.
Well, you know how they edit it. You know how they go back and edit it. So
Oh, that is
they
hilarious.
did a good job.
Send me a link on IG, y'all. That is hilarious.
Okay.
That joke is so damn funny to me. I don't know how y'all feel about it.
I love the whole special. Yeah,
So this is a new special. This is a new one. This ain't the last one where he
No,
the baby.
What happens is this is his special, but now they're releasing stuff that was unedited. Because you got the 1 hour thing that's like real put in there. Now we're seeing everything.
So Netflix is being messy. Like, all right, so we got everybody on the ropes wanting to watch this. Now let's get them the other stuff that we took out. Let's give them that the other footage.
Well, no, that was in there because I watched that when I got out of the hospital. That's one of the,
Okay, I don't remember that part, but yeah,
I don't remember that part either.
Well, because it's two of them that came out. So there's the final, whatever he calls it, and then there's another one that they dropped. But when I was in the hospital, when I got home from the hospital, I was.
Shit's hilarious anyway. So,
but I guess it's pissing people off if people are mad at that joke because you saying lesbian, but it's true. Because you're supposed to accept individuals for who they want to be accepted as.
But it's the truth. If you are a trans
Nobody wants the truth,
Man
Shawnee.
or woman. I don't even know how to do it. So if you a
Shawnee.
man that become a woman, then or is
That's
that
a
a trans
trans.
man or a trans
No,
woman?
because nobody wants to admit that it's not the original vagina.
Yeah, that's a fake
Nobody,
thing.
but my thing, this is my thing about the world right now. Nobody wants to admit it's not their original vagina.
Yeah, it don't do the same thing.
Well, how do you know? No, I don't know.
Because it ain't real. It doesn't do the same thing, Jay. It doesn't do the
He
same
said,
thing.
when
It
he said
can't
it
do
doesn't bleed,
everything that mine do.
he said it don't bleed. It's beet juice. Yeah, it
Chalet.
don't. It don't.
It don't. Yeah, they don't have no cycle. They don't have ovaries and stuff inside of them.
Ovaries, ovaries, ovaries. Listen, man.
So the fake or not fake? What is he called? I don't know what he just called.
No,
So
it's
I
called
sent the
fake.
request.
The fake one. The
does
fake
it
one.
fit? So I guess it simulates similar to the real thing. I'm assuming.
I
And
guess it's like a pocket that y'all buy at the store.
I mean, they have.
I don't
Thank you,
buy.
Jeanette. It's a whole suit though. It's a
They
whole
will put the procedure and everything like that, and I'm sure it feels good. It doesn't feel like the original. It doesn't feel like the motherland.
Why? Well,
The
So
how y'all
Mike,
know
motherland.
y'all ain't never? How do
I'm about
y'all
to
know
say
y'all
Mike.
ain't
So if
never
you,
had one?
how do you know you never experienced it?
How do you know you never experienced it?
I hope I didn't.
Well, I got married before they came out.
No, they was out for a
No,
long
It
time.
was for a long time.
no.
It's been around for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone
That's
had a deep
interesting, though.
ad in it. I don't think it's
Oh, let me turn this.
somebody's background.
And then the other thing, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like he brought up the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing. How could she win Woman of the Year when she only been a woman for?
Yeah, I said that
Stole
joke here.
Mike joke.
Oh, that was your joke?
Stole it.
No, I'm not saying I stole it, but I said it here.
No, I said Mike said that Dave stole it from Mike. Mike been saying that for a while.
I've been saying that your rookie
How
year,
she
you got it.
gonna win? I mean, I thought
Allegedly.
that too. Like, well, okay, well, we ain't shit. Okay.
Good morning, Mark.
Hey, if you're a flaming heterosexual, you better make sure you get on your game and you start telling people you're a flaming heterosexual. And you better really put your chest out and be like, this is what we do. Because I'm telling you, it's going down right now.
He said it ain't like real. It's like beyond what I don't know if he was trying to say it's I don't know. He could have went different ways with it, but like you said, it was naturally funny, but in our culture, it's just hard to laugh and stuff like that because it could offend people, and then now you
First
cancel
of all,
just because you
no,
laugh.
no, no.
Why is it hard to laugh?
Hold on, Jay. In our culture, it's not hard to laugh. What happens is a bunch of white people jumped in it, and now it's hard to laugh. In our culture, we laugh at everything. We laugh at our uncles being crackheads, junkies. We laugh at our nieces being hoes. We laugh at our aunties, and we laugh at everything. It's the white people done jumped in this and then be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You can't laugh. This ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
We literally are, our sense of humor is if it's real, if it's for real, if it's really happening, we can really joke about it.
Okay, it sounds good. So y'all, Mike said it, y'all. So no more cancel culture.
It don't sound good.
It shouldn't be cancel culture. Good
Mike
morning,
said it.
Tam.
No, action. He on Facebook jail because of the conversation
Yeah.
Friday. He's locked out. Don't do that to Action. Mike said it's okay. It's
I need to
okay.
talk
Speak
to
your
Action.
mind, people.
Action,
Be
I miss
freely.
you. I miss you.
What did he get in Facebook jail for?
I'm trying to remember. We were talking about Friday. We were talking about
It was him and you and Dr. Smith going
you and
back and
Dr.
forth
Smith going back and forth
And
about
guess who put him in jail? Guess who put him
about
in jail?
spankings and beating kids
And white people strike again. And white people strike
laugh at
again.
Yeah, we laugh at funerals.
We laugh and we giggle because we know the
Yeah,
pain
beating kids.
and we understand.
Yeah.
But you can't talk about transgenders, the LGBTQ plus community.
But you can't talk about beating kids either. Motherfuckers, we can't talk about that either.
They got free action.
I
I'm
said
gonna
it
get my
was
wife,
wrong.
Lady Q, make some free action t-shirts.
Hold up. I said it was wrong.
You said beating kids was wrong, but I think it was some balanced feedback of how it does help in some cases, and I think that's where the confliction.
No.
What's the tapping with the mic?
No,
I
I
don't
like
He,
to get.
he,
I
he,
did
taps,
it.
he taps.
I did this at a comedy show for my Zoom comedy show, and this is my address right here. This is when I say no.
Attention, please.
Smacking a human being in the face is wrong. Let me tap that again. Smacking somebody in the face is wrong. Okay, let me do it one more time because we got like.
Good morning, GG.
When the slave masters was whipping everybody,
Hey, Gigi.
when they wanted somebody to do something, they beat them. And then comedians got on stage and said, "You need to beat your kids." Let me tap this real quick. You are ignorant fuck.
Wow.
Beating my kids does not make me relatable. Does not
What
make
does
me.
beat your kid? What is that? What's your definition of beating them?
That means me. And listen, I've had hands put on me. It didn't change anything.
Yeah, microsomal assault, not the chastising.
Okay, not a spanking.
Yeah, I think
that's what Fearless said, a spanking. Let me tell you what a spanking is. A spanking is the build up to getting your ass beat. And if we don't, and the problem is we don't have the ability to have the dialogue to figure out what's going on. If my dad beat and punched and did everything he could, but never explained to me why I shouldn't have done that. Never talked to me why I shouldn't have done that.
So he never said, "You better not do this no more, because if you do, you're going to jail."
And you know what I did? You know what I did? You know what I did? I became a great liar. That's what I did. He never explained to me why I shouldn't be running around doing what I was doing. He never explained why I was wrong for what I did. All he did is bring his ass in there and beat me and say, "Don't do it again." Bitch, I'm going to do it again because it felt good and I like doing it. Now explain to me why I shouldn't do it. But you couldn't do that. Because the dialogue is, can we explain to me? Can you tell me why I shouldn't have been in this room with this girl? Can you explain to me why I shouldn't have been running around late at night? Can you explain to me why I shouldn't cut class? Can you explain to me and tell me? But you came in here, and once again, our parents did the best they can or could. They did the best they could. That's what they learned on. Beating me don't mean nothing.
Well, did he get beat?
What's that?
Did your dad get beatings when he was growing up?
Of course. Okay. This is what I'm saying about the progress of the whole thing. It don't make no sense if you don't tell me why. If you don't tell me why I didn't do something or why I shouldn't do something. It don't make no sense to go in my. So what does that prove? You can beat me? Because in like 7 years, I'm going to beat you. Like all of that nonsense. Like tell me, but nobody knows. Nobody actually knows why not to do it. So everybody's like, beat your kids. Do this, beat your kids. And then we laugh, at white people, right? We laugh at white people when white people get into dialogues with their kids. I would never let my kids say that to me. Yeah, because you don't want to hear your kids say something. Because then you have to reply to him or her, but you want to spank them and put them in a room and take a belt out.
So do both. That's my opinion. Just do both then.
How do you do both?
Yeah, you do, because I do. Because I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. My baby girl, some days she thinks she's 40. And I let my kids know, you can be 40 or you can be 11 and 12. It's up to you. But if you step to me like you 40, then I'm gonna treat you the same way I treat a woman on the street that's 40. So think about what you saying to me before you say it. And we had an incident last night. It was the disrespect. I don't mind them expressing themselves, but it's a way that you come to me. You know, I'm not your friend. I ain't got no 11 to 12-year-old friends. So you don't come and you know, you ain't doing all that to me while you telling me what's going on. And if they have tough situations that they don't, you know, they might not really know how to express. That we got a code. They listen, mommy, I need to talk to you about something, but you can't get mad. So when they say that, I know that, you know, okay, let me, you know, not be Shawnee mommy and just, you know, let this girl vent. But now my baby girl stepped to me the wrong way last night.
I
And
don't
we
have
just
all the
not gonna have
answers,
that.
but I'm gonna tell you what. Tell baby girl, her stepping to you. Yeah, I don't have all the answers, but I'll tell you what. Just, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
And
they
I
sweet kids, and they don't
no, they're amazing kids. They're
they're
amazing.
amazing kids, but they just kids. They just kids. They, you know, but I have to remind them because they, you know, they little girls, and so they little women. You know, they
And
try to,
y'all different. Y'all different.
yeah, they try to emulate
What they're
my,
seeing,
yeah. So
and and not only what they're just seeing from you, but what they're seeing from around them.
loving hip hop,
Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah, and everybody's shooting off at the mouth and don't know they can get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, their friends at school, you know, how they talk to their parents. And I'd be like, hold up now.
And
but
I
What?
agree. I agree with you. Like in that situation, in a ton of
oh,
situations.
so
I
you
agree.
agree? Okay, good.
No, but what I
Well, not
don't.
to be beat.
No, what I don't agree with, if you're not punching me in my chest. You're
Or
not.
arm, a little arm, a little leg, give you a frogger or something.
No, you're not. You're
But
not.
the guys do that with their boys. Like I've noticed
Absolutely.
that they'll punch them in the
No.
chest.
And it does
And
no good because everybody's in jail.
well,
Everybody. Because nobody got talked. They got told to knock down every chick.
But that actually worked for me, to be honest. Like all the chastising and the beatings, and then when you finally get locked up, you
Oh, it
realize,
did?
wait,
Oh,
for me,
when you finally got
I
locked up.
did, yeah, and that was like,
So
wow,
you
wow,
got
well, all
locked
that
up.
stuff
So it
was
worked
true.
out.
It did because I learned at that moment, I'm not going back. I'm not going to continue to
Wait.
go
You
down
got
that.
beat before getting locked up, or you got beat
Yeah, as a
afterwards.
kid, of course you get beat as a kid,
So,
but you still think you know everything. You still think you know everything.
But you wound up locked up.
Yeah, because you still think you know everything. You still
Oh,
think you know.
so it didn't work.
It did work
How
because
did it work if you wound up locked up?
that was the moment, and then you reflect on the prior, the past,
then
the
you
beatings.
understand why
Now
Oh,
it
did
you
you?
was taking
understand. So
place.
yeah, absolutely, it worked.
Let me tell you about the bullshit with Jay Black. How old were you the first time you got locked up?
He said the bullshit. With
The
How
first,
old was the first time?
no, the legit first felony was 18. Well, that was the first and only felony. And I think about it.
What was
legit
the second
first.
time you got locked up? What was the second time you got locked
As
up?
a minor, it doesn't
What
count
was
before
the
you.
second time you got locked up?
What was the unlegit first felony?
No, because
No,
Jay's full of
when you
shit.
get that first felony is real. Like anything prior to 18 is no felony. You're a minor.
Dog,
So all those don't count.
this is my perfect example right here. This is
What?
the logic that he has.
No, it's legit. It did because it was
It's
a
not
reflection.
legit.
When
I
you
see what Mike is saying. Mike is saying you getting punched in the chest didn't stop you
It
from
didn't stop
doing
shit.
what you did to get the felony.
you know there's consequences to your actions. Do
Jay,
you want
did
to
it stop
continue
you
going down the
from
road?
doing
Those
anything?
consequences get worse and worse.
Did it stop you from doing anything?
Yes, after the
What?
felony, it stopped me
No,
Do
from
you
having
hear
that
how crazy
mentality.
you sound after the
It brought it,
felony?
yes, after the first
Do you know
felony,
white people are
you
looking at you like
reflect.
after the felony?
You reflect like, wow, yeah, all those years that was correct. I shouldn't be. I need to, it's consequences to your actions. Do not go down that road. You learn. It's like, okay, when you
How
sitting
long did
there,
it take you to get that felony off, Jay?
was it this year? My wife got that felony off.
So that worked. Right?
No,
That worked.
but you learned. But yeah,
Could
it
you
was like,
get a job?
but at that moment, there was jobs that was passed up because of the felony,
Jay, did you
and that's
get in
other
trouble with the
reflections
law?
of why you learn.
Can you be honest? Did you get in trouble with the law after that? Can you be honest?
Did I get in trouble with the law after that?
your sister said, Jay Black, I'm older than you. When did you ever get beat?
I got beat. What did she talk about? eh, now I'm trying to think about what you just said. So yeah, so there may have been some uh, some incidents after that may not have been directly because of that young mindset of wanting to be reckless.
Jay, for the
It was
people,
more of an adult mindset of I don't care what comes from this. I'm gonna work through it because I'm an adult and I know what I'm doing. Not know what I'm doing, but I'm okay. It wasn't the reckless mindset
Jay,
of I can't get caught. I'm superhero. I'm a Superman and
Jay, you
whatever. I'm a
went to
superhero.
Rikers Island
They did
because
not send me.
You went to
you were
Riker.
on
Almost.
your way
They
to
Jay,
Rikers.
what's in Riker?
almost.
You were on your way to Rikers Island because of your
Almost.
hothead situation. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying about the repeat activities that nobody speaks.
But I learned from the beatings. I think the beatings helped because, like I said, reflected. If I never got beat, I would have probably kept
did you
getting
try
locked
and
up.
sell
Kept doing
crack?
stuff.
Did you try and sell crack?
Wait a minute.
That was before the felonies.
No,
Felony.
after that, Jay. After
I wasn't in when as a youth you do stupid things. So yeah, I wasn't into that stuff.
Whippings didn't work.
Yeah, and after you get locked up, you reflect, and then it's like, what am I doing out here? This is stupid. This is foolish. And I swear that was my mindset. That was when I woke up. So everything prior to the felony, yes, everything prior to the felony, it helped.
Do you beat your kid?
If that makes sense.
Do you beat your kid?
I did my younger
Do you
ones.
beat your son?
No, my wife, she's on something else. So I'll be letting her handle it.
Because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, I do I do to a certain degree, and then she'll come in and say, no, let's not handle it that way. So then I say, well, you deal with it. But it starts off with me wanting to chastise or whatever, lay light hands or lay light pinches or whatever some people like to do. But yeah, you're gonna feel a little sting, a little ping ping, little pop back in the mouth, something a little shocking.
And what do you think?
Yeah, pop in the mouth.
Little pop up. That's to wake you up. Whoa.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
And what did that help you?
Good morning.
I just told you, Mike, it was after the legit trouble. You reflect on the past and all of that, and then it's like, okay, I need to get my stuff together. This stuff is real.
No, you're full of shit. You got hit. You literally got hit before you were stealing cars. You literally got hit before you were stealing cars and before you was in crack houses. Like, dude, stop.
Dang, Mike telling all the business.
Like, dude,
when I was young, it was before when I thought I couldn't be stopped. I thought when you young, you think you're invincible when you're young. It ain't till you get in some real trouble, and then that's when the reality sets in, and then you're reflecting on the beatings, the past, the trouble, and then it's like, oh, I need to get it together. If I never had all those, if it was just conversations, who knows? Or maybe I still would have been into that world.
So Jay, why did you go to jail after that when you were in your goddamn 30s?
You talk about one time when we got drunk and I got into a altercation in the street. Like that's one time. And like I say, I was an adult and I knew and I didn't care at that point because I knew, all right, I'm gonna be all right. And it was just that one time. It wasn't like a reckless thing. I'm not always going out fighting people in the street.
I got it.
I'm not always running around doing reckless things like that. Before I was living on the edge and knew every moment of my life could have been something.
So you got beat when you were a kid.
Yeah.
So how did it stop you from your high school activities?
What do you say? How did it stop me from the high school activities?
You got beat when you were a kid and you still acted out when you were in high school.
Yeah, Mike, I just told you. But once the felony hit, you reflect on all of the beatings. Yes.
So how did it work?
Yes.
You got a felony. How the fuck did it work if you got a felony?
Because at that point of the felony, you then reflect on the past and the beatings and the words of wisdom. The words of wisdom.
If discipline is gonna work, it stops you from the felony.
Not if you still thinking that you're invincible, not still thinking you know it all. As kids, a lot of times we feel like we know it all. You can't tell us nothing until you get to a certain point. So whatever, all the beatings, whatever. But certain moments in your life where you change.
It's too early for this, Jay. That means the discipline didn't work.
Well, you ain't got to understand my philosophy. I felt like it worked.
There's no philosophy, Jay. You still got in trouble after the discipline, which means it did not work.
It was minor trouble, and this doesn't even. It wasn't.
You said a felony.
No, yeah. At that point, I'm talking about after the felony. After that felony, it was a reflection on everything prior.
The punishment was before.
In my mind, that's how it worked. And I was like, whoa, okay,
the
I get
discipline
it.
happened before the felony, which means you did not
I still thought I knew it all. So even with the beatings,
that
I'm like,
means
whatever.
It didn't work, Jay. Do you hear yourself? That means
work.
the discipline did not work if you still.
It did work once the real trouble came.
Okay, wait a minute. So
and then that's when I reflected.
Oh my God.
So Gigi Too Funny said he got his ass whooped in the store when he was younger for stealing. So Gigi, did you keep stealing after that? Did your whooping help you stop stealing?
Yeah, Stacey Mitchell
Thank you,
understood.
Shawn.
If you got disciplined and you still called a felony, that means the discipline and all the spankings, what was it worth in?
So you saying it couldn't have been a reflection after the fact? Like there's no way that it worked to go along with it? Because if you first get in trouble without any beatings,
so Jay, why did
you get in trouble again? What does that mean? Is the same?
Jay, why did it not stop you?
It didn't stop because I never was at that level of trouble.
Well, it worked for Gigi. It worked for Gigi on IG. He said once he got that beating, he was done.
Oh my God, this is so. And I know what Jay does.
I'm legit.
Jay,
I legit know in my mind.
Jay, that means
after that happened, it was a reflection.
After what happened?
Once the felony came and the real trouble,
and guess who punished you? And guess who punished you? The court system, not your parents.
And then you hear what the parents were saying that whole time. Dude, all of that reflection was there. Like, dang, she was right. Wow, it's a combination of both of what the parents were saying growing up with the beatings.
Did a spanking change anything? Did a spanking change anything?
Yes, because I reflected on all of that. You reflect on all of that. For me, I reflected on all of that.
Oh my God, I can't deal with this motherfucker today.
Oh Lord.
I can't deal with you.
Because it worked for me.
It didn't work. You went to jail.
It did, Mike. And it was at that point, the reflections of life. Why can't I look back and remember and know that those aspects helped shape what it was? And now I know. The reality is now I get it. And I don't know. I can't say if I didn't go through all that, if I wouldn't have had a second felony, if I wouldn't have been a career criminal, who knows? If I didn't have that
career criminal because you got lucky.
Well, Shawn is saying Jay Black is basically saying without the beating, he would have continued to do more negative and or aggressive activities. So
I know this dude.
I stopped.
The beating didn't stop anything. You know what stopped him? He got a job. And he got down with the radio station. That's what stopped him.
No.
Dude, after the beatings, you were still trying to run the streets.
No. It was the felony. It was the felony.
Jay Black,
that lifestyle with the felony and with the pad. Remember? I was like, this is it.
Were you driving around with no license? Were you driving around with no license in your 30s?
I'm not getting locked up for no license. You get a ticket. That's not like that. What do you think? I didn't have a license for a long time.
Were you driving drunk with no license?
Driving drunk? What are you talking about? Well, I never had a alcohol test to know was I under the legal limit or not. I don't. What do you mean? You mean leaving the club and you had a couple shots? What are you talking about?
No, I'm done. You're right. What
works for individuals works for different individuals, and I feel like it reflected on it. It played a part. That scared straight work for someone, as Jeanette says.
First of all, you got lucky. Beatings didn't change anything in your life, anything, because you was beating people up afterwards.
No. Not after that felony. After that felony, I remember you talking about that one incident, but after that felony, the reflection of life, I was good. I realized that lifestyle wasn't for me now because it's like, all right, wait, this is where it's going to end. That's what she said this whole time, and I was like, whatever. I'm not going to get caught. I'm still this. I'm still that. I still wanted to be in them streets. I still
beating didn't do anything for you, dog.
It did. It played a part in the reflection of life.
It stopped you from doing what? Tell me what it stopped you from doing. Tell me what it stopped you. Tell me what
it stopped me from wanting to get in trouble again with another felony.
Did you try?
For being involved with any?
Did you
No,
try to
not
sell
after,
crack?
not after the felony. No, it
No,
all
no.
stopped.
After the beatings, my dude. Were you in a crack house when they shot it up?
But Mike, the felony didn't
I
happen
just
yet.
answered yes or no. Just answer yes or no. After the beatings, were you in a crack house and they tried to shoot it up?
When I was young and before felony.
After the beatings, did you steal a car?
Young before the felonies.
That's what I'm saying. I rest my case.
And that was it. But after that, the reflection of all that. Done.
I agree
Over.
with Suave. She says it works if you get beat for something your cousin did. You learn to stay away from them. And if you see your cousins get beat, because that was my thing. I saw them get a beat, and I was like, I don't want none of that. So let me stay over here in my lane and do.
All right, we can
none of the smoke.
I don't want none of that
Good morning.
smoke.
Right.
I don't
Good
want
morning,
no switches
Sam.
and nothing.
All right, we can move on. We can move on.
We
started out talking about Dave Chappelle, and then Action shared with us that he's in Facebook jail for the topic last week.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, what was the Facebook jail for?
It was beatings. It was beatings. So let's move on.
I'm talking about beatings.
Because beatings work so well.
Action, you probably
they work so well.
All right, we can move on.
Beat your kid, yo.
He's on IG.
Tam said it's Monday. Let's move on. I agree, Tam. Yeah, Mike get his vessel. He get his blood vessels.
No, because
veins popping.
Because you full of shit.
Okay, all right.
And
who else was on your mind? Somebody else was making you mad.
I want to know who beat you. Who beat you, Jay? That stopped you.
I love your shirt, Jay.
Inspired. Yes, yeah. My wife. She got a new line of inspired stuff that she's really focused on. Woke up inspired, people. Yeah, that's what we changed the move on. Woke up inspired. Go check the website out. Shout out to the people that placed their orders over the weekend.
I'm on a 30-day detox. I might have to get one of those.
All right, what you want to talk about?
Okay, so all right, we did Dave Chappelle. You want to talk about the proposal?
Yeah, why not?
I saw that. I thought that I mean, like I was.
Who? Oh, Mo got proposed too. Congratulations, Mo.
No, we're talking about the Adele.
Adele.
Oh,
we're talking about Adele.
Oh,
yeah,
talking about Adele, and
it wasn't Adele that got proposed.
Well, no, it was her show.
Shit, that was the fakest shit I've ever seen in my
life. Which was a great promo. I don't think the proposal was fake, but I think it was a great. I don't think it was. No, like I felt that. I'm
leaving today. I'm leaving.
I don't understand why.
People, they worked on the show, and she.
I think that it was an opportunity.
So it was
we surprised you before on the show, Mike, and you didn't know what was going on.
There are not thousands of people, and we're working with Oprah and Adele. So
Mike thinks the proposal is fake, and y'all saying it was real. So of course now I have to see it to understand.
I think I think that they just gave them the opportunity to be able to do it on the show, and it was just like one of those brainstorming when they come and brainstorm production, and it's like, okay, well, we're looking for somebody who's getting married.
That's why they said Mike going to die today.
I don't think the actual proposal was fake. She didn't have no makeup on. She was regular. I think that if it was staged,
people, it's Oprah. They're gonna make it look real.
Yeah.
Wait, Oprah? I thought it was an Adele concert.
So Adele is working with Oprah right now on a project, and so yes. But
please play this fake gay with the guy's gay, but play it.
What? Oh my God!
I need every single person to be really bloody quiet. All right? Let's turn the lights down. If you make a noise, I'm going to kill you. Right, turn the lights down. Turn the lights down.
What are we doing? Quentin!
All right, listen.
Okay.
And take the blindfold off, okay?
When you squeeze my hand?
Yes.
Am I on grass? Oh, shoot. Wait. Take it off. Take it off. Oh my God.
Babe, look at me. 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 Look at me.
Oh my God.
Look at me. Listen. First of all,
what are you doing?
Listen. I want to say thank you. Okay?
What are you doing?
I want to thank you for being so patient with me.
Oh, Quentin Brunson.
Listen, thank you for being patient with me.
You're crazy, man.
I am extremely proud of you, and I mean, every day you blow my mind.
Oh my God.
There's absolutely nothing that you cannot do. And I just know that you're going to be an amazing mother to our kids one day. And I love you.
This is real.
I love you, I love you, I love you, and I will continue to love you forever. Ashley. This is real. This is real.
Oh my God.
Ashley.
All right.
It's been
Thank
long.
God you didn't let me eat. I would have thrown up.
This has been a long time coming.
Oh my God, I've been your girlfriend for so long.
Little babe.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Will you marry me, little Ashley?
In real
life?
Yeah.
Yes?
So
I'm sorry. I watched it till the end when they got in the seat and she was singing, watching the emotion on her face.
It's a bunch of actors.
Let me tell you something. Even your Grammy award, and all these nice award winning, Emmy winning actresses and thespians, you can't fake some emotion. I just don't think it was fake. I think the staging of it, was coordinated, but I don't think that the emotion. I really think that it was real.
I think that he probably set it up, but the girl,
yes.
I don't think that she was.
She had headphones on. She had no idea what she was.
Going on.
I think it was real.
Now, Mike, the only reason why I agree with them slightly is because her hair wasn't done.
Her hair wasn't done.
I think if her hair, she's not gonna have her hair in a little bun like that. If
it was in one of those buns, that
she would have been dressed differently too.
Yeah,
she would have.
She wouldn't have had the belly out. She would have had a waist trainer on, something since everything pulled together.
That you not looking at. Well, you probably did look at, but you thought was okay. But we as women would be like, nah, if I'm in front of all these people,
she got her hair done. If she thought it was real.
All this up.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the pants were nice personally. I didn't see anything wrong with the clothes.
Yeah, but as a woman, the women know what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. She was cute though. She was cute, but she's rocking. She had it going on, but nah. If I would have known all that was happening, I would have.
Yeah, something. Even the hair, even if it was a basic, a push, not a beat, but a push. To the face.
Mike ain't buying it. He ain't buying it. He ain't buying what you're selling, Mo. Shawn, he ain't buying it. He said it's fake.
Why do you think he's gay? I don't think he was gay. He was. That was. Nice.
Why? Because he cried.
That was well.
You will never see these two people ever again.
Well, I don't think that they're behind the scenes. I mean, it seems like behind the scenes people, but
I did too, Shawn. I thought that was Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union.
Crowd, they could hear the crowd.
No, she couldn't.
When she took it.
Well, that's why she was like,
people. Listen.
It was dark.
Listen. If you work for the crew, right? If you work for the crew, you know where the stage is going. You know how to get to the stage. And when somebody's pulling you, it's like Jay Black, or how about Mo? We're at a comedy show and you're going to pull me to the stage and you're going to lead me into an area that's a big ass stage that I've been on a million times because I worked there.
So let me tell you about the senses. And you might get mad at me, but when you're blindfolded,
I'll talk to y'all later.
When you're blindfolded, again, but when you're blindfolded, and you have you can't.
Wait,
hear.
we don't love it hip hop right now.
You have noise canceling earphones on. That can distort.
I'm gonna go smoke a Black and Mild because I'm not gonna fall for the bullshit, the Oprah, Adele, and all that nonsense. Y'all black people, y'all feel y'all can fall for that bullshit, which is what it is. It's the Oprah, Adele bullshit, and y'all can fall for that bullshit if you want. And they happen to get two black people They happened to get 2 black people to come on stage at a fucking Adele concert to get married. But y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to black them out. No. You go ahead, Mo, and talk that shit. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
I thought that was nice. I think that he planned
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some of her
it could have been something that he pitched to the actual show, like, "Hey,
can we do this?
Yeah, can we do this?" A lot of times that does happen.
Some of her reaction though it felt a little forced or scripted a little bit. Some of her reaction, but with her hair looking the way it looked for me, I'm like, there's no way this black woman will let her hair.
And then she said, "I've been your girlfriend forever." Like, I mean, I think that she was really
knew
shocked.
where it was going. Yeah, she's like, "What? Oh my God, we about to do this?
Like, are you serious? Are you for real? Is this for real?"
I was just cussing him out in the car on the way here, and now he pulled this.
Right. I definitely think it was real. I think that he just did a very good job with the staff and planning it. And production and planning.
Mike really did a smoke break.
Yeah, he's taking a black and mild break, and that's fine. You know, sometimes that happens. We've all walked off the show.
I never walked off.
Oh no, I got some IOUs. Oh, I got some. I saved mine for when I really, really need to.
You clicked out fast before, Jay, while we were still alive.
Yes, you have. Yes.
But not because I didn't believe something. Mike is just...
No, this is ridiculous. I'm back.
Mike's back, y'all.
Listen, this is the most ridiculous thing that you could ever believe. This is so, like, if y'all believe that this wasn't staged, y'all believe that JFK wasn't assassinated.
Really?
Like, what? Do y'all understand? Do y'all really believe that
is it because of this right here?
That 2 people wasn't set up on an Adele and Oprah interview that has been promoted for weeks?
What if he just asked, and he said, "Hey, can I propose to my girl?"
Because that's what happened. Great. Because Oprah would be like, "Oh, you wanna get engaged on a show? Who are you?"
No, or they probably were brainstorming. A lot of times they brainstorm and say, "What are some, real life moments?"
You really believe that wasn't staged?
I mean, I've been on a set of television.
Everything you've been on a set was staged.
I know. What I'm saying is, I understand the brainstorming aspect of it. Of hey, and then just talking to your staff of hey, have you ever, or do y'all know somebody? They sit and they literally brainstorm. Do you know somebody who's doing this? Or
play the clip again. There's so many lies to this that I could break down on this fucking clip.
I think that he was in on
There's so many lies to this. There's so many lies to this clip.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
I need every single person to be really bloody quiet. All right?
I'll be right there.
Okay. Well, it's gonna start all the way over.
There are 10,000 people. There are 10,000 people. And she said, "Be quiet." And if you bring me out,
he wasn't assassinated.
If you bring me out with a mask on, and I'm hearing thousands of people chuckle, I know something is going on.
But she had on
the headphones, Mike. She couldn't hear.
And those weren't taken off
know
she was on stage.
When she got there, she could have just drove up in the car.
This is why people got on the shit, because they believed the shit. Y'all really believe this shit.
That's not why they got on the ship.
Thank you.
That's not why they got on the ship. They didn't say, "Come over here, we got some gold and stuff."
And some chewing gum and some snacks.
That ain't why we got on the ship.
Oh, all right, y'all believe it. Go ahead, just go to the next story. Just go next story. Y'all ridiculous.
If it wasn't for the hair, I would have been with you, Mike. If it wasn't for her hair.
No.
Other than her hair, that's my only determination.
And y'all think that headphones shades everything?
Yes.
The headphones, the blindfolds.
Who put the headphones? Let me ask y'all something. Who put the headphones on her?
We don't know, but what I'm saying is,
but you don't know.
Wait, hold on. When somebody says, I need headphones on you, you'd be like, why?
And I
Not-
know that a surprise is coming. This
Right,
my man telling
right.
me that. So I'm
Right.
let's
And
do
we're
this.
at the Oprah Adele show.
But how about you don't know if they
You
were there
don't know
already?
where
You don't
they
know
were-
if they just
yeah,
pulled
you
We're
up.
at the
You
Oprah
don't know if
Adele
he
show.
picked her up and
They
put the
don't-
headphones
you
on
don't
her in the
know.
car and said,
Sweetheart, you're
I'm
two
taking you
nobodies.
somewhere.
You're two nobodies at the Oprah Adele show, and they say put headphones on.
You
Do
don't
you
know
think
that
somebody?
they was there. She could have had the
Mike,
headphones in the car
I mean,
when they left the hotel.
before they left.
Before they left.
That's usually how that
part.
happens. They do set you all up before, so you can't.
Tony, that's the dumbest shit ever.
That is not the dumbest
No,
shit ever.
yeah.
That is the most
And that's what
romantic
happens.
stuff
Yes,
ever.
when it
Yes,
happens.
that
If
is.
you were
It
working
happens.
for Oprah, and Adele, and somebody all of a sudden said your boyfriend said put these headphones on, you'd be
But
like,
you don't know. But
But
see,
you
we don't
know
have
Mike.
the context. You don't have
Yeah,
the
Mike,
context
you're wrong.
for that.
You're wrong on this aspect because if
You
you're
don't have
setting
to
up
be
a surprise
context for that.
before you and Stacey leave
at
the
the
house,
Oprah, yes,
Mike, you could say, "Hey, put these blindfolds on and headphones." I know,
No,
just trust me.
yes,
Like you
not
could do
at
one
the-
of those things before you leave the
but
hotel,
not at the
Yep.
Oprah,
wherever.
but not
that's
at
the
the
point.
Oprah show.
But what they're
Not
saying
there.
is
They're not there.
they don't know
Oh,
when.
they did not put. You think they put the fucking headphones
So,
on before they got there?
let's talk about it. Yes,
Yes,
Mike.
Oh my
Yes,
god! Oh, y'all
yes.
fucking
It
crazy!
happens. It happens.
No, it actually
In
happens.
engagements, it
People actually
happens.
do that, Mike.
You think they put headphones on the bitch before they got
And
to
a blindfold, yes,
the
it
bitch.
can.
So they put her in the car. They put her in the car. I fucking hate all three of y'all. I
Right,
hate all
Stacey.
three of
He
y'all.
knew.
I
He
hate
knew
all three
she
of y'all.
didn't.
I
He
hate-
knew.
I hate your
She didn't.
ovaries. I hate everything about y'all.
There's certain
Next
things
door.
about that
Yeah, next door.
yeah.
Oh God!
That motherfucker said she got out the bed and they said, Heifer, put these headphones on. You can't hear nothing for the rest of the goddamn day. Shawn Robinson said, no worries. She posted on her IG. She was more surprised that she didn't win a.
Oh, you know, you get a car. You get a car. Yeah, he
Get a
just
car.
joking.
You get a car.
Right.
Mike, he wined and dined her at the
Oh,
picnic in
Oh
the
my
park.
That's
god.
plausible.
Y'all are the worst ever.
And that's
That's
probably why
possible.
she thought it was grass because you could hear the helicopter flying over.
That's possible. I did hear that. I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't know. They may have come in a
What's the next-
helicopter
What's
ride.
the next story? What's the next story?
That Mike ain't gonna believe. Is it the baby? Is it Danny Lee? Is it where you
Well,
going?
it's Danny Lee and the baby.
And
yeah.
the baby. And
Yeah,
the
so-
baby. Not the baby, but the baby.
The baby.
Duh.
All right, what's the
Not
story?
little baby. But the
Okay,
baby.
well, I guess we'll do the first
Jesus.
part of this.
Oh my god.
'Cause
Why
this
do I
is a
do
long
this
show.
show? God, I need a job. I can't wait till I get a job. Oh, somebody give me a job, please.
I tried to get on IG, but
Oh my god. No, I'm keeping you out the fucking club.
oh,
Nobody wants you in the
okay.
club.
All
Nobody wants-
right. Hey.
Okay,
I don't
here's
see
my-
you, Mo. I don't see you.
I'm
All right, so
coming
what's the
back
story?
to
What's
you.
going on with Danny Lee and the baby? What happened?
Supposedly she went to his house. She cooked dinner. They got into an argument. She was breastfeeding the baby. He called the police on her and put it all on camera.
Oh, so she's opening up.
In my motherfucking hand. What a fucking coward. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Yeah, I'm fucking live. He got the fucking phone in his hand. Look at that shit.
There you go.
Yeah, there I go. Do my thing. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Bitch, it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, whatever, bitch. Shut
You
the
want
fuck
your,
up.
yeah,
You want to record me talking about shut the fuck
I
up.
gotta record you for my safety.
Yeah,
You
go
ain't
ahead.
finna
This
do
the
me
first
that.
thing.
You ain't finna burn
Fuck
the
that
black man
shit.
down.
This
Get
the
your
first-
phone. Let me close it
Take
first.
My motherfucking hand. Out of nowhere, bro. Out of nowhere. And I'm trying so hard to just... I tried to make this shit work. I tried to, for my baby, the best situation, but this ain't the best situation at all, bro. At all. I deserve so much better. I really do. So I hope, God, please, I pray that this is the last situation. This is the last time, because this shit is not it. It's not. Every single time I come back into it, it's not it. It's love, because I completely love that man, but it's...
Tell them.
Tell him, where's this stupid ass nigga at? Where's he at? Where's he at?
Break that down, Mo, or somebody, because I'm trying. What did I just watch?
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down. I'm going to break it down right now. She is where Sierra was.
The real tears, Mike.
When she was dealing with Future and these ignorant motherfuckers. Then she found a dude in Russell Wilson who was down to be a grown ass man and hold her down. Huh? Now, I don't care what the baby says.
Wait, what are we talking about? Break that. What are you talking? So she had a baby with the baby.
I'm saying this. Baby. Listen closely before you irritate me.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay, listen closely because this is very basic, Jay Black. Very basic.
Let me hear.
Very basic. The same way Sierra was getting played out by Bow Wow, getting played out, disrespected by Future. Then she found a man who respected her and was willing to hold her down. Danny Lay is sitting with a rapper that literally FaceTimed her and Instagram lived her as she was breastfeeding.
Okay.
It's nothing but ignorant disrespect. And Danny Lay, you will find a man when you get out of whatever has affected you that made you feel love with this ignorant motherfucker.
Was he protecting himself by recording her? Like what was that? Did she
Jay,
I'm trying to understand the purpose of it.
Jay, we're not gonna play today. When somebody is breastfeeding your child, you don't do this.
Well, his bed, Suave.
In his bed, because that was.
First of all, she has my child breastfeeding. That's not my bed anymore. That's our bed. That's my child that's breastfeeding on her breast. That's our bed.
But why did he have to record this? Was he trying to protect himself? Because usually people we record if something's not.
I did hear him. If you heard him say in the background, which I don't know why he had to preface it with this, but he was like, "You're not going to take this black man down," and I did hear that. I'm trying to protect myself. You're not going to take this black man down.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just trying to understand, Mike. It sounds like
she was in the kitchen cooking before. Maybe they got into an argument in the kitchen, and maybe she swung a knife at him. I don't know.
Regardless of the pretense of the argument, regardless, she's a pretty girl.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl.
She's about 2 or 3 on the toaster. It's about 2 to 3 on the toaster. Okay.
No, that's like a 2.
That's like a 2. That's like a 2.
And she has a before she came out. I think when she was like 16 or 17, she was the director for one of Prince's videos. He handpicked her. So I mean, this girl is talented.
She's talented in her own right. Absolutely.
She's been doing stuff before.
The man put his cell phone out and recorded her breastfeeding his child.
Stop having babies that try to keep a man. That's what the business bully says.
She did not have a baby to keep a man. She has a career.
But career women do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We do some stupid stuff.
Your profession.
You know what? This is what I'm talking about. Women, your worst enemy, women is other women.
I mean, I'm saying that
that's just
your worst enemy is other women.
That's just speaking in truth. That's just being honest and speaking in truth. That your profession and your talents have nothing to do with matters of the heart.
He FaceTimed her breastfeeding. That is wait. Is that disrespectful?
That's very disrespectful.
Yes, absolutely.
So what are y'all talking about then?
Well, because the comment was that she had the baby to try to keep him, and you said, wait, Mike, and you said that's not true. She got a career, and all we're saying is that don't matter.
More than done.
I mean, and I'm not just talking about her. I'm talking about me myself.
I'm done.
And that's just
I'm done today. I'm done. Y'all vaginas will turn against each other.
That's not turning against anyone.
She did not get pregnant. She did not get pregnant.
Mike,
We
that's
didn't
being
say that she
realistic.
got pregnant for that. The business bully said that.
Yes.
All we're saying is that just because you have a certain career, a certain background, don't mean that you won't go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over the dude that you screwing.
Because he
That's
said
it.
it.
That's the bottom line.
Because he said it.
No, that's
because
not.
we do it. It's
Well,
true.
you're repeating what he said.
But we do
He
that.
said,
Hey yo.
So
Y'all bitches
let's
be going
streamline
cuckoo
this.
for Cocoa. Let me tell you, Cocoa Puffs, these chicks ain't shit for real. Like in real life, these bitches be really like whatever you do to them, they deserve it.
That's not what we're saying.
And that's very far fetched. That's
How do
very
you
far
not
fetched.
defend
Why
this
would you
girl?
say that?
How can y'all?
Nobody is saying
going
that.
against her.
How
We're
can y'all?
speaking to a
I
comment,
don't think
Mike.
she should have been with him in the first place. It's like,
Mhm.
Danny Lee, why are you with him? But people have asked me that. Shawnee, why are you talking to that dude? You know that he ain't a no. It's
All
not.
I'm saying is
I think
that your
she's a great
talent
girl.
and your profession has nothing to do with matters of the heart and how you move when it comes to matters of the heart. You
Who's
can have
wrong
everything
here?
going on
Hey,
with
ladies,
yourself
ladies,
and still make a poor
ladies,
decision when it comes to your love life.
who is wrong here? Who's wrong?
Well, number one, he's wrong for taping
her.
it,
That
right?
shouldn't have got out like that. If
Right.
they had an issue,
If he's
he should have
protecting
just
it,
dealt
y'all
with
crazy.
it. You know,
But so to
within their
protect
home.
yourself, Jay
Y'all
Black, in
crazy.
your home.
If I gotta
Jay
record,
Black,
I don't care what you're doing. If I gotta protect myself, recording something, I'm recording.
the ultimate
She's
protection.
wrong for putting it on social media and going to social media,
Wait a
putting the
minute.
world in their business.
But
That's
wait,
what I think.
but wait.
I think
Put it on there first,
those are my two takeaways. One, you can record yourself or anyone else if you're protecting yourself. You need to do that. And two, why is she putting that out for the world to
Jay
see?
Black,
Those are
the
my two
ultimate-
takeaways.
so
You're trying to
wait a
understand.
He
minute.
should have recorded it to his phone. He should have just recorded it to his phone.
Jay
not
Black,
put it on
he
live.
put it on
He
FaceTime.
started-
No, he put it on FaceTime. He recorded the mother of his child breastfeeding. He put it on FaceTime.
Play it again, Shawnee. Let me see this. I'm gonna play close attention this
She was
time.
feeding the baby, trying to feed the baby with a bottle, and they were going at it, and he still was recording. He said that he recorded because he wanted to protect himself. The ultimate protection was to just leave the house. If he was going to call the cops anyway, he could have just left the house. That's the ultimate protection. I don't feel like he had to videotape her and expose her on social media, especially while she was sitting there feeding the child, no matter what happened.
In my motherfucking hand. What a fucking coward. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Yeah, I'm fucking live. He got the fucking phone in his hand. Look at that shit.
There you go.
Yeah, there I go.
Done.
Do my thing. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Bitch, it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, whatever, bitch. Shut
You
the
want
fuck
your
up.
yeah,
Yeah, you want to record me talking about shut the fuck up.
I gotta record you for my safety.
Yeah,
You
go
ain't
ahead.
finna
This
do
the
me
first
that.
thing-
You ain't finna burn
Fuck
the
that
black
shit.
man down.
This
Get
the
your
first-
phone. Come here, close
Take
your
my motherfucking hand.
So it was a bottle. So she wasn't
Yes.
breastfeeding. It was a bottle. I saw that.
Whatever.
But regardless of whether it was a bottle or breast, I did say that it's the fact that she was doing that. She was holding his child, feeding his child. Regardless, you know that it had already escalated to whatever point. Why not leave? And if you're going to call the cops about whatever happened prior to, if you want her removed, leave the home and call the cops. Go outside and call the cops. But to sit there and record her and say if you're recording because you want to maintain your safety.
You
And then
ain't
post
scared.
it.
You just standing there. You standing. She got a baby in her hand. What is she?
With Dave got a lot. Can you see Dave's comment on IG? Is a lot.
Yeah, he says the baby is not the type of the baby is not the type of guy she should have been with in the first place. I agree. Apparently, you didn't watch the video or read her statements. She moved into the house with him, no security. It's his house. Yeah.
Right.
So
And what he means by security, I'm guessing because they're not married, like a lot of people do. They shack up with the person they had a child with, or they move into their man's house. And
well,
then
she
when that
had
man
hopes
says
of
you
making it work.
right,
Yeah, she had hopes of them being a family.
and she
Dude
did
is
state
toxic.
that. She
And
did
she
state that.
chose.
She did state that. But how many times have any of us been in a relationship and hope that something changes? Or hope that the person changes, or the person vows to change, and make
That's
those
right.
changes or make those adjustments for a
That's
short
real.
period of time,
That's
and then
real.
you see those same behaviors creep back in because they have no control over themselves. I mean,
Let's see if Mike is okay. Mike, you all right? You still red
Mike
over
is
there?
fine. Mike is fine. Mike is fine. But it happens. It happens. No amount of success, no amount of money can change the matters of the heart.
I'm done with this whole rhetoric that you guys have been spitting. This is the bottom line. This is the bottom line for all y'all watching, and Dave Anderson on here on Instagram. When a woman has your child, against what all y'all hood motherfuckers say, there's a respect that has to be paid. Whether you made the right choice on the baby mom or not. Whether you don't like her or you do like her. You don't bring a phone in there while she's breastfeeding or just feeding your child, and put your child and her on blast in front of everybody. Your IG followers are in the millions. You're a disrespectful bitch for doing that to baby. And if you didn't want, and if you want to protect yourself, then you could have your lawyers and you cannot be in the house. But to put the mother of, I have a woman that has given birth to my kids. I am not putting her on FaceTime while she's feeding my kids where she has a tank top on. It's disrespectful. And that's why I take my headphones on when y'all get into the rhetoric back and forth on, oh, this, oh, that. No, there is no, oh, this, oh, that.
So, yes, it is disrespectful. But you know what also? Because we forget all of the different variables, right? When we talk about people's behaviors. We don't know how this man grew up. So maybe he doesn't find it disrespectful. Yes, we understand because we know better.
You know what? The court system doesn't.
I know better.
The court system. Hold up. The court system doesn't care how you grew up, and I don't care how.
Of course, it doesn't.
Well, I don't care.
I'm speaking only
that
to
child doesn't.
That's what you're talking
about. Guess what? That child doesn't care how you grew up. That child shouldn't be put on blast.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
How you grew up, anything like that.
I agree with you.
That is the most disrespectful shit I've seen. And I'm not giving the baby any excuse.
That's not an excuse.
We already defended him when he was on stage, and we were defending him like, dog, give the baby a break. Like he said the wrong thing to the transgender. He said the wrong thing. And now
that's that incident.
And now he got the phone and the woman who had his kid in her face. And now it's like, well, we don't know how he was raised. Man, get the fuck out of here.
So no, I'm bringing context to your point. I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree with you. But
you know what?
I'm not co-signing that at all.
I can bring context to every mistake I made, Mo. I can bring context to every messed up thing.
What I'm saying,
whoa. Let me finish.
I'll finish my thought after you finish. Go ahead.
I can bring context. Every mistake I make, I can bring my background, my upbringing, and everything there. But guess what? When you become an adult, we can't give you an excuse on how you were raised. Because the repercussions are you took the millions of dollars that you made. You took that. You took the fame. You took the cars. You took the house. And nobody brought up how you were raised. But then when you get the repercussions for putting the mother who had your kid on FaceTime like a child, no, I'm not bringing up how you were raised then, because it's just mean. It's abusive. It's totally abusive to do that to her, knowing that she's scared of you at the end of the day. It's just you and her in that room. And your punk ass is literally bullying her into this situation.
So I agree with everything you're saying. I agree with that. I don't think that there's an excuse for any behavior, but I do also understand underlying reasons to behaviors and why people behave the way they do and why behavioral outcomes are the way that they are. That was my only point. Clearly, he got some issues. Clearly, we know better. Clearly, we know that's wrong. In any way you slice it, it doesn't matter what happened before that because we didn't have any context of what they were arguing about. I know Shawnee said that she was fixing breakfast or fixing food in the kitchen, and then it went to the recording. No matter what, I felt like he still should have walked away. He should have left the house.
How old is the baby? How old are they? They're in their 20s?
I believe they're in their 20s.
20s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some of them, there's no, like how we were raised, Mike, and what people expected of us is different now. This weekend, Saturday, I had to take the girls to the school to do a little thing, and I talked to the principal about my daughters being bullied, and this little boy trying to take my kids' shoes. And the principal said to me, well, Miss Scott, you have to understand that the kids have been out of school due to the pandemic. So now that they're all back in school, they just don't know how to act. So that's why so many kids are getting bullied. Mm-hmm. I said, listen, if I've been out of work for a year because of the pandemic, I can't go rob the bank and say, well, I've been out of work and it's okay. But they've not held to anything for their behavior.
You still have to hold them to the fire for their choices, period.
Yeah, and this is me talking about little boys approaching my daughter trying to take her shoes, and a male principal gives me an excuse.
I wonder if they a lot of the schools have integrated the SEL, social emotional learning components to academics now because of what you're saying.
But this is the acupuncturists and all that. This is why when I take my headphones off, I get so furious about this. This is why I take my headphones off. He doesn't deserve anybody to defend him in any way. That girl is the victim in that bed. And this is why I take my headphones off and go like, I can't deal with y'all talking about reasons why he did it.
Well, we're not defending him.
That's life. That's not defending someone. That's not defending.
Whoa. I want y'all to watch. I want y'all to watch the show and rewind the show and what y'all was saying.
I'm giving context to underlying reasons why I'm not defending because, what you see as an excuse.
Brothers, and somebody needs to whoop his ass. That's how I feel about it. You done call the police on the girl.
Regardless of what, his behavior was deplorable. There is no excuse to his behavior.
Do nothing that
There's an underlying reason to every behavior, whether positive or negative. There's an underlying reason to every behavior that we do. And anything that you and I do, there's an underlying reason for it, whether it's right or wrong. So I'm not defending him, but I wanted to point that out and point that statement. We looking at him like, oh my God, he should know better. Yeah, we know better, but maybe he don't see anything wrong with it. And again, it doesn't make him right because I am definitely not siding with what he did. I do not agree with what he did.
He was disrespectful to Megan Thee Stallion too. This ain't the first time.
Can you read her statement? Can you see that, Mo? I think that was her statement.
Hey guys, since Baby want to put up a statement with his cap ass, I'll put mine up. So we've been living with each other over the past 3 months since our baby was born, doing us. And tonight he want to come in the room talking about I need to go. Don't matter where I go, mind you. I have a newborn child, so he said I can go to a hotel. This man is mad because I had a plan B sent to his condo. All he want to do is come at me. Oh, she wanted a baby with no responsibility. Obviously, he probably want me out so he can fuck his baby mother and other hoes who've been knowing we've been together this whole time. While I just had my first child, this all goes to say this man is a fucking coward. I'm sleeping after cooking him dinner, and he want to say I need to go. Fuck you, baby. And damn, I really should have just listened to the cap ass internet about this man, Drew. I'ma learn and I'ma grow, but that's right here, ain't it? And I'm sorry to my baby that her father is kicking her out of his home at 3 months. Yeah, he needs to be.
That's wrong. I mean, any way you slice it.
Yeah, he all the way from Kamari is here, by the way. He been down there for a minute.
Yeah. They be coming up next. I find the financial rebels up next.
That's not what y'all was saying. Like this was
Mike,
Mike, that
but
is
it's here. No.
Sometimes
But
people.
Momo, we ain't got to
ahead.
debate. We don't have to debate.
But you cut me off every time I try to complete my thought.
Momo. First of all, let's get something straight.
No
I
worries.
left and you were talking for like 10 minutes. And we got it on here. You can just go back to the tape.
When you originally left, we were talking about something else, Mike. But it's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I know, silly girl. It's okay.
Silly
girl. I
know.
No,
I'm a full-grown woman.
No,
but okay.
But my thing is, when you see what y'all were defending this dude, it's there. It can't be erased. And that's why I was so infuriated about it, because why are we? You're like, I just want to put things in context. The context was he brought a cell.
I'm listening. I'm not.
He brought a cell phone to video his mother feeding his child. We don't need a context at that point, because even your context will not explain how disrespectful and abusive you are. And that's why I get infuriated when we try and defend somebody like this.
But we never defended him.
We
just had
All
a
you gotta do is
conversation
watch the
about
show.
his.
And when you rewind it, you'll see that we said he was wrong.
No, after I brought this up, you said it was wrong. Y'all were like,
no, it was wrong.
Mo was
from the
like,
beginning.
I'm gonna put this in context.
I want to add something
how
to
he
it.
was
Yes.
raised.
I want to add a
don't-
layer, because we're trying to rationalize irrational behavior.
I
So
don't
when
care.
people who know what's right
I don't
from
care.
wrong,
But I don't care, because if that's my daughter, I don't care. Matter of fact, if that's you or Shawnee, I don't care what his context is. I don't care whoever was abusive to you two, what his context was, what he was raised. We don't care.
Would it have mattered if he just recorded it and not went live with it? Would that have played a part different for you if he recorded it for himself?
I said I feel like he should have left.
No, I'm saying for Mike.
As a man, this is manless.
What? You can't record to protect yourself?
No, because he wasn't protecting himself. He was bullying her. And
me
and Jay Black, me and Jay Black both know the difference.
Hey, Dr. Schumann.
When you're bullying somebody, and you know she's scared, and you know she has a kid on her chest and she's trying to feed the kid, you're a bitch. And that's why there is no defending this action.
He think they doing it for the
stating an
gram.
underlying reason of maybe why we can't rationalize his behavior does not mean that I'm defending him. I think his behavior was deplorable. I think that there's no answer that he can possibly give to say why he did, like, to justify what he did. All I said was, we're trying to justify irrational behavior. We understand and we know better that that's wrong, that what he did was wrong. But clearly he doesn't think that it's wrong. He doesn't see anything was wrong. And I just made the point of going back to maybe how he was raised versus how we were raised, of understanding right from wrong, regardless of what your age is, whether you're an adult, whether or anything. That's all I was saying, Mike. So no, I do not agree. Didn't agree from the beginning that what he did was right. I said I felt like he should have walked away.
Then I'm bugging, because that's not what was said. That's not what was said, but it's here. That's all I'm saying. That's not what was said. Like you said, you wanted it in context, and I was just I was just shocked that for a man to do something that disrespectful to a woman, that literally y'all would be like, well, I'm just saying. Like that
is adding layers to understanding behavior. When you say understand behavior, it doesn't mean that you're agreeing with the behavior that's being presented. It just means that you're giving layers of context to why somebody may behave that way, especially when you view it as irrational.
Yeah, why would he do that?
Why would he do that?
You know,
and why? But my thing is,
but
why
that's nothing against her. When we say why would he do that, that's not us saying
why are we
he
figuring
did something. It's saying What's wrong with this crazy motherfucker?
But do you understand?
That's
Do you
what we're
understand? Do
saying.
you understand? Y'all spent time trying to figure out why he did that.
Yeah, because
instead
I want to know
But-
why would
but
you
most
do this?
people
Why
are.
would you sit up
And
and
even
take
you,
this
Mike.
girl while she's sitting up breastfeeding,
It is a thought.
feeding your baby? Why would
It's
you
the
do
thought.
that? It's something wrong with him. It's nothing
That's
wrong
going
with
to be a
her.
thought. Just
I
like
don't
you
think
just said.
Yeah, I don't
he's
think there's anything
wrong.
wrong with her. She fell for the wrong guy. You know,
she fell for the wrong guy.
She did, because he's a straight hood.
And
y'all are spending time trying to figure out why he did something instead. Can I finish? Instead of spending time on how disgusting he is for doing it, y'all have spent more time trying to figure out what made him do it, why he did it, what is the context.
Because we think he's disgusting. That's why it all goes back.
So
to
then
that.
It
all goes back to that. You just saying it a different way.
And this is the same reason why women go into court. When women go into court, and they spend the whole time trying to figure out, well, I don't know why he did this to her. So let's bring all these witnesses and doctors up here on why he did this and why he abused her. Well, what was it, Doc? What was it? Well, it was because he was raised in this situation. And it was because this happened when he was 8. And then they bring another witness up. And then we forget the whole situation is you did this. And we forget the whole situation is you, my friend, abused this woman. And guess what? I hate to break it to you. We all been through stuff. But I'm not trying to figure out why you did this to that girl. Because to me, that makes me sick to my stomach. Because if that was my daughter, that he brought that phone in there and he put her on IG Live, and I'm no tough guy and I'm no gangster, but I'd want that bitch dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, all right.
And I don't want, but my thing is like this whole qualifications on, well, why? We want to know.
I think
why.
it's natural human behavior to ask why.
It's
to
not
ask why.
Mike, you do that
When a
too.
woman
though.
gets beat, so I want to know
I get it, though. I see it.
when a woman gets beat, when a woman gets her eyes swollen and her lips beat, y'all want to know what he went through?
No, it's not to justify it, Mike. It's just a natural question.
So
like,
why are we doing it now?
What's wrong with him? But
I'm not saying
why do we care?
So Mike,
why don't we care more about her than we care about what he went through?
So Mike,
why are we caring about that?
But you
Mike,
just went on
here's
the
a
last.
perfect. Here's an example for him. Mike, it's natural. Just like me, always go back to this. When the security guard punched the little boy in the chest, you wanted to know what did the boy do first, instead of looking at what just happened. So your natural instinct is to know, well, what happened prior to that? You're trying to understand. So it's not necessarily saying anything is right or wrong. It's, hey, what led up to that? So that's what they were saying. Not the context of his history and the childhood and the trauma and all that. It was, wait, this incident, because it just don't go right to recording. Something led up to it. And natural instinct is trying to figure it out.
I'm going to do true transparency right here. When I did that, I was doing a show. And I was doing it, and me and Jay Black do this. I was doing the devil's advocate. Let's find out the whole story. So, you know what? You're right. You're 100% right in saying that. But I'm not doing that here. I'm not doing that here. I'm not
I think that him being wrong, Billy, we all think that he's wrong. We all agree to say that he's wrong.
There's no excuse for what he did. There's nothing that he could say as to, well.
Wow, Tam agreed with me on something. Wait a minute, hold on. Tam said good point. Oof.
No,
Tam agreed with me.
No, and I agree with Jay. I agree with Jay what he was saying in the full context. My whole thing is in the full context. In this context, first of all, I explained myself the first time, but in the full context, a man brought a phone to record the mother of his child feeding his child. That is disgusting.
Very.
And I don't want to hear, I don't care about the context because, baby, you know what's going on. You know what Baby did? When Baby made them comments on that stage, he apologized. He said, my bad. But then after that, he went and bullied this girl in a bedroom by himself and went up in there and shoved that phone in her face. That's That I can't. I don't want to hear about the context. I don't want to hear about layers.
So,
I want to hear about
to
how
every
many
behavior,
women.
there's an underlying reason.
But see, you
That's
get
just period, point blank. Accountability is what we're talking about now, because you're talking about right versus wrong. That leads to accountability.
I'm talking
and a
about
person being
all the
accountable
women
for their whatever that they decide to do. That's accountability. But there's an underlying reason to every positive and
I
negative
don't
behavior.
care, because
Period.
you know how many women are sitting in their bedroom by themselves, scared to death when the dude walks in and acts up. I don't care.
And that's wrong. Period.
I don't want.
but they
we're not
gotta
refuting
have
that. That's wrong.
Yeah,
I
That's
don't want.
wrong.
I don't want layers. I don't want layers. I know what he did. I don't need layers.
But we're trying to rationalize why he did what he did.
And that, but do you see? That's the problem right there.
Meaning somebody doesn't just, because we don't have all of the facts, right? So we're sitting here trying to figure out what would make him do something so asinine.
Because he's
so
a fucking
stupid.
bully. He's a bully. And all those women who sit there at 3 o'clock in the morning when their man comes in the room and bullies them, we don't have to figure out why. Because you're a bully.
So.
And you apologize to all the gay people for saying what you said. And then you went in the room and you bullied a girl. Like, we're not going to do this. We're not going to, dog, he's a fucking bully. He's an asshole bully who beats people up at airports, which we know for a fact.
Beats up his fans.
Beats up
his fans. His female fans.
And then walks into the room with the woman who has his child.
I mean,
I don't care about this.
He has no respect for anyone, male, woman. Well, he got respect for that record company, so he had to say.
So he has respect for his money.
So his money
was being affected.
But when it comes to this, I mean, no, he's been a scumbag.
And like Kathy said, you're just putting all aspects of the conversation. Some
in
viewing
business,
audience want to hear all of the aspects to fully understand.
And in business, you have a team of legal people who are giving you guidance. In your personal life, that's a free for all. You don't have nobody sitting there saying, hey, you really shouldn't do that. Before you go to throw her out, I would advise you not to do that. You got a whole legal team to handle that whole situation on stage with the LBGTQ, the alphabet, because I don't want to leave anything off. But you have a whole team of people who are saying, hey, this is what you need to do to control this situation.
All right.
He's clearly out of control. I mean, that's just bottom line. He has no control.
Yeah, and action's right. And we know from Dave Chappelle that he shot somebody in the mall, killed him.
In Walmart, right?
Well, that was
Walmart.
Self-defense,
Yeah,
though. It was more context to that, because it wasn't that self-defense or something. But either way,
listen.
But there you go, the full aspect. Hey, I know we were shifting gears. And I know we got the financial rebel. We were talking about millionaires still getting stimulus checks and taxes and all that good stuff. If y'all want to lighten it up and move on.
Oh,
that's something they've been doing for years.
We can smoke a black. I'm gonna smoke a black them out again. But Brittany Bundles, did I talk about that?
Are we gonna bring Kamari up?
No,
we gotta bring Kamari up, and we're gonna bring her up. We're gonna bring her up.
He got comments too.
Bring him up. Bring him up. Bring him up. Bring him up. Bring him up.
Wait a minute.
Voice.
Mike, I'm a boy.
Kamari.
I'm a boy.
I'm a boy.
No, I was reading Brittany Bundles because I wanted to bring this up. Because it's so crazy that Brittany Bundles was taking pictures with people that I'm cool with, and I was trying to figure out. I was like, damn.
Who is Brittany Bundles? Who is this?
Instagram superstar. But go ahead. What up, big homie? What's going on? How you doing?
Good morning.
Go ahead. Speak on what we were talking about.
Good morning.
Man, y'all getting hot and heavy today.
That's Mike busting blood vessels since the show started.
Since we started, Mike been on us. Like, dang.
Can I just ask the question before we
self-defense?
Go into this?
He talking about the baby shooting.
Yeah,
we know performers do things for performance. Could this be a performance?
I don't think so, Kamari. I don't think so.
She looks sincere.
And I don't know anything about the situation, but I view for performers, entertainers, I always look at it as a lens that they're performing, because it's nonstop performance these days. So,
but the baby ain't that smart.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah,
he's not that smart.
He's not. Yeah.
I just want to say, if that was your daughter, you saw the video.
I need more context, Mike.
You want to see the
no,
video?
Mike don't want no
No,
context.
no.
Don't say
You want to see the
context.
video?
It's a
You
trigger
want to see the
word.
video?
I've been in the green room for 30 minutes, so no.
So you saw the video, right?
He said
No,
you've
he
been down
was
there
in
for
the
30 minutes.
Yeah, but then,
Wait,
Did
yeah.
you, but you did see the video, right? You saw the video.
I only saw that clip. I don't know.
How'd you feel
before,
about that
after.
clip? How'd you feel about the clip?
So they were having an argument. I need more context. I'm gonna say this. Hear me out, Mike. If they were singing lullabies to that baby, would it be a problem?
No, it wouldn't be a problem.
Right. So again, I don't know what's going on.
If they were singing lullabies. Wow.
Right, because I heard you
This
say
is why women.
Don't say context.
Y'all
That's the
are
trigger word.
on your own. Because when men say if you were singing lullabies, what was happening?
I have a daughter.
Okay, so if somebody kicked your daughter out while she was trying to kick your daughter out the house while she was feeding the kid, what? I just want to know an initial reaction. What would you do?
I stated for the record that I don't believe nothing entertainers do. So I'm looking at it like it's a performance.
Okay, in real life, what if this was real life?
Go to IG
What
Live
if
too,
what if
Kamar.
Nicole Simpson really got killed by O.J. Simpson?
Okay, I wouldn't have been having press conferences.
Okay, so what if this? What I'm
talking about OJ no more.
What I'm asking is, if
like
that was your,
we're R. Kelly's victims' parents.
If that was your
press conferences,
if that was your
in the house busting it down.
Okay, well, this is the question: if that was your daughter, what would you believe of it?
If that was my daughter and it was a real life situation,
and this is a real life situation,
I wouldn't be here for this conversation.
Yeah, he said he'd be busting it down.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Thank you. And Jay Black knows, and Jay Black knows, and Jay Black knows that's exactly what he would do.
And
that's exactly what he would do if it was the same situation.
I'm not going to say anything to continue the conversation. See,
no,
because I responded and it keep going. So I'm not even going to do
We can move on and we can get to the financial thing. But you said bring him in because he has comments.
Yes, Shawnee did mention that, and he did. He got his comment out. We talk about
it's so crazy when I go along with the rules. When I go along with the rules, and I go along with the fuck y'all talking about, then all of a sudden I'm crazy. The man has an opinion on this, and the man would have ran up on the baby too.
I have a question. I didn't have an opinion.
What? Oh, you had. What was the question?
Okay, he already asked.
He already asked. Yeah.
Oh, that was the question. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go ahead.
That's all I got.
So before we get into Brittany Bundles, I think you said her name.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about this show? Let me tell you what's funny about this show. Let me tell you what's funny. And this
bring in Kamari on IG. He's there.
And Kamari, this was funny about the show, right? They get me kicked up, right? And they get me in a subject that gets me kicked up. And then when I get kicked up, they go like, why you kicked up?
You're doing too much.
Why you tapping the microphone?
And they go like this. They go like, well, we're gonna talk about this and they know, they already know. This is the one platform where we can say what we want to say, and we ain't got to worry about a boss over our shoulder because it's our show. And then when I get turned up on it, and then this is what kills me. This is what really kills me. And then we're gonna get right, and you can talk about taxes, deductibles. You can talk about motherfucking dependents. You can talk about LLCs or whatever. And I love you for being on the show. But this is what really kills me. This is what kills me. Let me tap this mic. The hardest critics on women are other women, and y'all hate to understand that. Like, y'all should be furious about this motherfucker walking in there and recording her, and the dude is worth like $10 million, and literally going like this and saying what he said to her while she's doing nothing but feeding their baby. No pun intended. That's all I'm saying. That's what.
And I think we established that we felt he's wrong. Period. Point blank. There's nothing that he can say to justify his behavior.
The baby's jealous of the baby.
There's nothing he can say to justify that. He's completely out of line and wrong. He is a scumbag, been a scumbag. I hate that she even, you know, I don't even understand how she ended up there, but it happens because we make.
And then after the show, we'll be streaming this music and saying, "Go, go."
Nah, I don't
go.
listen to the baby.
Let's get it. All right, we move on. Before Brittany Bundles, he's here. He was talking about Mike millionaires. How does millionaires still get stimulus checks? How is the rich
billionaires?
How are millionaires receiving these stimulus checks like every month, every year? How is it happening? And we were talking about that, and he can get into a little deeper to fully understand how that works. How is it possible?
Jay?
Oh, I thought we were on a break. I'm sorry, y'all. I think we were on a break. So, it's billionaires. There were 18 billionaires that got stimulus checks.
Oh, it was 18 billionaires?
Yes, 18 billionaires that got stimulus checks last year. Now, listen, normally your average person had to make less than $75,000, or if you're married, $150,000. These folks that have billions with a B were able to get stimulus checks. So, if anybody's familiar with George Soros, he was one of the guys. Now, allegedly, he sent his money back. But the reason they were able to get stimulus checks, and I love to talk about this because I think it's a really, really important point, their income, even though they have billions in asset value, their income was below either $150,000 if they were married or $75,000 if they're single. So oftentimes when you actually own these assets, you can control or manipulate the money flow because ultimately you're in control. So I always impress upon, encourage people to think about starting a business because the tax code really is the cheat code when it comes to creating wealth, getting riches, any of that. Create a business, become an investor, become a real estate investor, because again, you have the ultimate leverage and ultimate power. So when you're in that position, you can not only get money off of your assets that you invested in, you could also pimp the government. I mean, because that's actually what you're doing. The IRS basically tells us how to pimp the government. Sadly, a lot of us don't take heed or listen to the advice though.
So the average person always thinks like millionaires and billionaires get all these like deductibles and shields and stuff like that, but the average person can actually work their situation the same. Am I wrong? Can they actually get their deductibles if they're organized?
They can get credits, deductibles if they're organized and they take the proper steps to become either an investor or a business owner or both.
Education.
And what do you and what is the first, like give me, like, I know you can't break down everything, but give me like 2 steps that the average person who's making an average salary or hourly wage can have deductibles for taxes. What are 2 things?
Listen, we all got a nana, my mom or auntie who makes great pies, who fries great fried chicken, right? They're just being real.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
If they're selling platters or dinners, that's a business. You don't need an LLC. You don't need any fancy paperwork. That's a business.
So
once you do that, once you do that, you can take write-offs. If you're out of your house.
So if you don't have an LLC and say you have a PayPal business account that you allow people to send you money for your pies, that is suffice in terms of turning into the IRS and.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you can write off the ingredients, write off all the stuff that you needed, the plates, everything.
The plates, the marketing, the equipment, all of it. Your staff, if you hire staff, it can all be a business for you.
All right, Jay Black, you keep going with what it is, and then Financial Rebel, tell us when he takes it too far, because I know it's coming. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
I thought it.
Go ahead. Wait, I know it's coming.
Because the food for the planet can also be food for the house, so I'm sure they probably all combine that, and people try to find ways to get over. But no, that's not where I wanted to go with it, Mike. No, I was sticking with the real.
No, but keep saying what you're saying, because people will be thinking this. Like I'm being funny, but at the same time being real, because there'll be somebody who'll take it too far. So give the ones that you think won't be, like, go ahead, keep going.
So as I'm sitting there trying to think, so if you're making, so with the food, so it could be anything. So if I'm giving advice to someone, is that considered a business? If I'm a consultant, like you just want, I don't know, interview, you want me to, to interview you, or I can help you with your resume. If I'm helping you with the resume, is that a business?
Absolutely.
How about if I'm cooking whatever house I'm cooking? Can I? Is the rent deductible?
The
Part of
gas,
the rent is
the gas,
a part
right?
of the gas, a part of the electric.
So how do you know how do you prorate that though?
I feel like we're going to jail.
How do you prorate that from the business side to the personal side of things when you're dividing?
So whatever your exclusive workspace is for this business, you get to write it off. So let's stick with the food route. Let's say your kitchen, and let's say it's 100% deductible, or 100% use for business, even though we know it's not. But just for this example, let's say your kitchen is 100 square feet, your home is 1,000 square feet. You can write off roughly 10% of all your housing expenses. Can't write it off all of it, but you can write off a portion of it. Again, we all have these God-given gifts, talents, and abilities, and a lot of times we don't maximize them. So,
does it matter how much? Does it matter just how much the space costs? Like, let's say we're doing these meals in your house, but like, let's say one house costs $50,000, and the other house's mortgage is a $200,000 house. Does it change?
Nope. The write-off would be what your mortgage interest is in that context. So let's say, I don't know, you got a mortgage, you pay $10,000 in mortgage interest every year. And in that example that I used earlier, you get to write off 10% of that. So you get to write off $1,000 every year off your mortgage interest.
Say I've only made $100 for the whole year, but I wrote off a whole lot because I wrote off all of those expenses because the business just wasn't successful.
This is the J Black I was waiting for. This is the J Black I was waiting for. Let's go.
And I only made a couple dollars, but it was my business. It wasn't successful. Mike, mom, Mr. Dorno only brought like 2 plates from me.
That's all she did.
And that's it. But it was my business, and I was trying hard, but that's all I made.
Listen, anybody ever heard of Amazon?
Yeah.
They took losses for over a decade. A lot of people give them a lot of flack, but all they did was follow the rules. And they were able to write off those losses because they didn't sell enough books, rip off enough people's T-shirts to do that. So they've lost money for years and years and years.
So those are write-offs, right? So they're
technically
recouping
what
they lost. Is that them recouping what they lost, or just not having to pay taxes on what was considered, I guess, what was brought in?
It's both.
Like their profit. Okay.
It's both. Yeah, it's both. But I do want to go back to what Jay was talking about, because some people are acting like they have a business and they really have a hobby. And so there's a difference. When you're operating a business, you're operating it for a profit. Some people just go in the kitchen and cook, and they do it for fun, and they might sell a plate here or there. That's a hobby. So that gets a little tricky, especially if the IRS finds out about it. But as long as you're running it as a business, which means you are intending to be profitable at some point, you can have a loss. You can write it off. You can have profits and pay taxes on it. It just all depends on what your intentions are.
Okay, so Lady Q, J Black's wife, the t-shirt situation, it's not a hobby. Like, they're actually working. Like, they're buying equipment, they're buying pressers, they're buying stuff like that. So at this point, is this something that she should have an LLC? Well, you said you don't need an LLC.
You don't need one.
So they would have to, J Black would have to just be like, this is all the equipment we've bought. We haven't made a profit. We're progressing, but we have not made a profit. So Correct. They should put all that in their deductibles and get money back for that?
Yes, they can write all that off on, well, not all, but in this context, they can write off most of it and potentially get more money back and a refund if they work during the day. I know a lot of people have a side hustle. So sometimes that money you pay all year round to Uncle Sam, you're able to get back in some kind of tax refund. So if you are strategic, you can definitely make a run of this and make some money off of it.
Now, maybe I'm wrong. And I'm going to say this, and Shawnee, you can stop me. Shawnee should literally get so much money back on taxes for all the money that she spent on broadcasting and doing all the equipment and all the money that she spent to just actually make this. Should am I wrong, or do you need more information?
I mean, I would say if she spent money on equipment, she could definitely write the equipment off. But I don't know how much she made, right? Because if you made $1 million, right?
No, she ain't make none. She ain't make
Well,
none.
I didn't make $1 million.
Well, I'm claiming it for you. I'm putting it out there. We're gonna manifest it, right?
Okay, let's
You
manifest.
made $1 million, but you only spent $100,000 on the equipment. In effect, you made $900,000 in profits. You're gonna be taxed on that. However, on the flip side, she spent $100,000 on equipment and made a negative $10,000. She might be able to get a refund.
See, that sounds about like right for this year. Now,
In
last year was
action.
pretty good. Last year was pretty good. So last year, the media room did right at 85,000, but I had a lot of expenses still,
Right.
because of just starting up. But I got a refund last year too, though.
Yeah, I've had a refund in like 3 years. But Mo,
And you
Jay,
be in the business as a
Action.
comedian, you should, because I
Yeah.
feel like you're not writing a bunch of stuff off because you are a business, you are the brand.
Traveling
and
back
something
and
missing.
forth. Your
Yeah.
travel.
last year I got a refund of $130. But everybody, no, I'm real talk. Everybody on this show that gets on here, and everybody wakes up every morning and they actually do the show. What expenses can we write off for everybody in every square that gets up every morning? Can we write like internet? Can we write stuff off?
Internet, it looks like all of you are at a home, right? So you could, again, potentially write off a portion of your home. I write off a portion of my mortgage interest. I'm here in my home studio recording this. This is a dedicated workspace. So I'll write that off, a portion of it.
10%, right, of the square footage. It was, I
Yeah,
believe that's what you said.
For that example, everybody's going to be a little bit different.
What about our wardrobe?
Yeah, how about
you asked me that before? Everybody,
I know.
Makeup.
Maybe it changed. Something might have changed in the code, so I have to keep checking with you.
that gets a little sticky.
These bundles ain't cheap.
Like I'm wearing my wife at the wokeuppinspired.com. I'm wearing one of her inspired sweaters here,
I
right?
love it. I love
So
the dirty.
is this a write-off? Because she like, how does that work? Is the
Well, you didn't buy that. You didn't buy that.
Oh, we going.
But
Like, we
no,
have
she
to-
did. She paid for the material and the ink and the press, like
Well,
all that.
she
She
did,
paid
not
for the stuff.
you though. She did, not you.
Listen, they're one.
Oh, we are one.
Y'all
That's
married. Right?
assuming that y'all are filing jointly.
Are y'all?
right?
Yeah, are y'all filing together?
Actually,
Hold
we
up.
do.
Can the financial guy answer? Can the financial guy? Can the financial guy ask
Listen,
questions?
Mike, I can just sit back and watch.
We sorry.
Financial rebel, ask the
My
questions,
bad,
please.
my
You ask the questions. Go ahead.
So yes, you can write off that. You can write that off.
What exactly? Because it's getting scary.
I'm sorry.
The clothes.
The clothes. You can write off the clothes.
But is
But
the
she bought
business
the
in your
material.
name and her name, or just her name?
Oh God.
Is in a business name that she's like she's running it. She's the CEO. So long as I got if I got like a 5% anything under the business title, I'm included, right? As long as I'm any percentage, but you saying by being married, we joint anyway.
Right. So I'm assuming this is an assumption here, right? I'm assuming that y'all file together, and I'm assuming that her business income and expenses will be filed on your personal return.
Yeah, I guess because we married as joint. So yeah, I'm gonna be included somehow.
So
Yeah,
you
you're right.
get the benefit. You get the benefit.
So I can write off the clothes that I wear in support of the website and the business.
Yes. So in effect, your wife is your boss.
Oh, well, all right. That sounds a little weird, but
Now, Paul, he
Well, she
said
is the
I
boss of the
invested a
house.
lot of Raiders gear this year, and I'm writing it off as a loss this year. I don't think that the clothing that you brought for your
No,
team
not for your
that
sports
you're
team.
disappointed in is a tax write-off. But we can ask the expert.
Mine's action on IG, but go ahead.
Because
Answer the
he's
question.
he's in
Facebook jail.
Facebook jail.
Oh,
Yeah.
Go to YouTube. Tell him to go to
that's
YouTube. He can go to
right. He went
YouTube.
to
That'll be
Facebook
fine.
jail.
But
He's in
Kamari,
Facebook
So each clothing item that she purchased, like she just has to keep a detail for advertisement, I guess, related with me as far as each gear.
How you just skip
And
over
it's a
Ashton's
separate
question? How you skip over his question?
because he was talking about a sports team. He's not. You can't get
So
him right
you're
off of buying a
degrading his
sports team.
question now. That
All right.
that was a question.
Kamari, can you in sport of the
I'll say
Eagles?
this
Can
though. I will
we
say
write
this.
that off?
If you said, is that Paul? Or
Yeah.
Action?
Yes.
If he has an apparel company, he makes Raiders gear. He can make all the Raider gear he wants, and he can write it off.
But not buying it because it's his favorite football team.
No, not buying it because it's the favorite football team.
Why are you downgrading the question?
Because I knew that answer. We knew he was playing. It wasn't no real question.
But every question should be handled appropriately.
Oh, shut up, Mike.
Every question needs to be given. But go ahead. Go back to you trying to monopolize your wife's business. Go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead.
He's on. I mean, he's shedding insight. You asked that question, Mike, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't even realize. Each year. So every day I work, I need to wear something that has inspired.com, wokeupinspired.com with something on it or inspired related to her brand. So that's good. That's good insight.
Okay, so, and I know Sexy Mo has a question, but I have one for Sexy Mo. I'm going to speak on behalf of her. If she's giving therapy through the show and she's actually having people that she's giving advice to and they start calling her directly, like we say, this is Mo, and you get her directly, and she's sitting there where she's at. Can she start writing off her office right there on giving therapy, or does she have to be like? She doesn't have to have the LLC and all that other stuff? Does she?
She doesn't need an LLC to do that. I don't know if Sexy Mo is in her home office or rented space. If she's in a rented space, she can write it. What's that?
I'm at the crib.
Okay. So she can write off a portion of her crib expenses.
Well, she doesn't wear pants during the show, but if she did, could she write the pants off?
TMI. But yes, she can still write off the space.
Everything.
Guess what?
So can I charge my minimum per hour though? Because as therapists, we do have minimum per hours, like we have per diem. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. But I was going to say, just like OnlyFans, they can write all their stuff up too. And a lot of times they're at home as well. All their production equipment, any of that. Now, Shani asked about wardrobe and clothes. The tricky part about that is it used for everyday wear. So, for example, this sweatshirt I have on.
Right.
Well, actually, this is a bad example. But let's just use if I wear a random Raiders sweatshirt, right? I can't really write that off because that's just regular casual wear.
And I think Shawnee could write her stuff off. It's just that they never cover her shoulders.
So
yeah, if I only wear it for the show, and then
no, because you can still wear it on the street, so it can still be used as everyday wear.
I can still wear this as everyday wear though. I'm confused.
Jay Black got everyday wear.
But here's the trick. That's the name of his company. So it's now an advertisement. So normally I might have on like a Philly tax team shirt. It's a regular golf shirt or polo shirt. I can write that off.
So wait. So what about the ones that she had like Philly? It was like a Philly in the skyline. Like if it's not the name of the brand, but because it was made from the company, or like how does that work if it's something that's not related to the company name?
So that's two questions you're actually asking me. So let's break it down. That shirt looks like it's a vinyl shirt that she had to cut and press, right? So you can write off the vinyl. You can write off the material that you brought the shirt for.
Right.
Any of the presses that you use to press the shirt up. That all can be written off. Now, let's say you had somebody press it for you. It's a inspired Philly shirt. You pay $50 is the name of your company. You can write off that $50 too, because that's a part of your company name / logo. So it's two different angles we're coming from here.
Oh, was there another one? I thought there was another one coming. Okay.
Makes sense, Jay?
Yeah. It was the second part of it. You said it was two questions within that one.
Okay.
No, so the one part of it, right, is if you buy that shirt, if you paid somebody to do that, you can write off the payment price for that. right? But as the manufacturers or the producers of that shirt, you can also write off the cost of making that shirt.
Can I be a model? Can I be a model for her too?
No, you can't.
Wow.
No, you
So
can't.
Because she's
I do
paying
have
for that.
You can.
See, Mike? You see? Yes,
No,
you
you're not
can.
a model, but you can't
No,
be a model.
I
I'm not
can't.
talking about
I
tax
can't be.
wise. No,
I have
you
another
can't.
business
No, don't make
question.
that look. Don't even look to the left like that. Don't.
He got the pose down and everything.
Tell me that you ain't feel that.
I didn't. No, I didn't, boy. No.
So we got the next Tyson Beckford here.
Like, you gotta feel that. You gotta be in Jackson.
Did anybody get a thud in their heart?
Don't you ever put
Was
both
there
your
any
fingers like that.
thump?
Don't ever.
Was there like a tickle right there? Like,
Don't get me going. So I'm a model too. So she gotta pay me as a model, or she just is a deductible.
She gotta
right
pay me.
there
I
off?
thought this was
Like,
a
how-
joint. I thought y'all were together on this. Now she gotta pay me.
No, I'm for real. He said yes. Let him answer. I think he ordered something here.
Potentially, yes, if you were a model. Yes,
Oh yeah, we gotta talk off here. We missing out.
But here's the thing. Make sure y'all
Jay going to jail.
Make sure we what?
I ain't never seen him
January.
do this pose.
In January, we need to have a going away party for Jay because they gonna file them taxes and Jay gonna be on his way to jail.
Financial rebel. Go ahead. Oh shit.
I do have another business question though.
Yes,
In
ma'am.
regards to like my drop shipping business. So for that, what can you write off if you have inventory that's just sitting? So say that you over purchased your lot and you have inventory that's not moving because of COVID. Business has slowed down. People are not particularly buying that particular product anymore. Can you write that off as a loss?
Well, you can write it off. It may or may not be a loss. Depends on how much money you make. But yes, you can write it off.
So you're saying how much money I've made based on the entire purchase versus what's still sitting in the inventory.
Again, you sold $1 million in merch through drop shipping. You had, I don't know, 10% of your inventory that didn't move, and you're still sitting on it. Jay Black Beckford. I like that. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
But in the
You always do the prayer hands.
in the instance that I've only sold maybe like 25% of the merchandise, and now it's sitting, what is that considered a loss, or is that something that I could actually write off the other 75%?
Write it off.
Okay.
You brought it in a commission.
Mike still laughing.
So what do they when you write off inventory like that, is it, and this is for all my people who do drop shipping and who do online boutiques, if that inventory, that 75%, say next year you go to sell it, is that tax fraud, or do you have to destroy the 75% of merchandise or give it away? What do you do with that after you claimed it as a loss that year?
You still sell it.
Okay.
You still sell it. You don't destroy it. You paid for it, right? Now, a lot of times, not trying to be over technical, a lot of times drop shippers don't actually have inventory. They don't buy a product and put it on the shelf in the background.
No, this is for my boutique owners. I'm sorry,
Okay.
I shifted gears.
No.
That was for all my boutique
It kind of
owners.
goes hand in hand, right? 'Cause I got exactly what you're saying because we use the word synonymously. Again, a lot of times, let's say, using Jay again, Jay Black Beckford, right?
You say Jay Black? You say Jay?
Jay Black Beckford. That's the new name.
Oh goodness.
Right. They brought materials.
Jay.
Oh, I'm just making sure y'all can see. But go ahead.
We
they
see.
Okay.
Pause.
They didn't sell them. They paid for it. They own it.
Right.
So whether they sold it in 2021
Oh
or
my
2022,
I ain't playing with
it's
y'all,
still
bro.
accounted as revenue. So,
Okay.
Revenue.
So, but because I didn't make the revenue this year, it's allowable to be claimed as a loss
because you spent the money on it this year.
because I spent the money on it this year. Okay.
Yes.
And that's these people that do makeup. That's a business. You ain't got no LLC. You do makeup. You do makeup on the side. That's your business. You do lashes. That's your business. So
Where did
everything
that
is a
come
business.
from? Damn, you
'Cause
just-
I start thinking about my daughter. She
Damn.
do makeup, and I'm thinking like, I need to give her this insight. Because he
Damn.
was
So
saying a
Jay,
lot
you
of
want
good
to start
stuff.
doing lashes too?
Well, no, I won't partake in the lashes.
Come
Jay
on,
Black
Dad.
lashes.
I won't.
Come on, Dad.
Jay Black
So,
lashes.
there are marriages that do not file together. The wife and the husband are like, we're
Separate.
not following. We're gonna do separate. And when is it proper to do it separate, or when is it proper for y'all to go both in? And we're married, and we're gonna go do the taxes together. Where are the advantages not to? First of all,
It depends. That's kind of a convoluted situation, right? Because
sorry about that.
I'll give you the one that I run into a lot, but there's other reasons too. Couple get married. Husband says the wife shops too much. She's not good with her money. Doesn't want to be bothered with her taxes. So they file separately. They do a married, file separately. Then sometimes, depending on the state you live in as well, there might be a huge tax debt. They decide to file separately. Or for tax planning purposes, they might file separately. But that one really depends. It's very nuanced.
so what? How about the opposite? When you're like, what are the advantages of filing together as husband and wife?
So the advantages are typically, right?
Other than putting it in the butt. I just want to put that. Go ahead, y'all go.
Where'd that come from?
Always.
We went totally left on that one. I thought this was a kid-free show. Kid-friendly show. Clearly not.
It's after 9.
Oh, it's after 9.
Your asses should be in class.
Typically, for your average everyday American, right, you get a higher tax deduction. Next year, I think it's going to be $24,800 or $25,000. You get the write-off automatically. If you're single, it's a lot lower. So you get more of a tax deduction. There's some other things also that you can't write off when you're married filing single.
Got you.
So typically, there's a bigger tax deduction. That's what you get.
And Mo, I'm reading the chat. Mo. I'm reading the chat. I normally don't read the chat, but I'm reading the chat.
Wow.
So whatever's going on, I just happened to glance over.
Yeah,
because normally I'm busy trying to keep the show going.
Yeah.
I read the chat.
For those who missed it, Mo was talking trash about Mike in the side chat. He never looks at it, and he looked at it this time.
I don't.
Of all days.
I gotta.
But anyway,
listen. When you're in this show, I have to be in my bag of feelings. I have to get emotional. I have to get mad. Then I have to be happy. Then I have to joke. It's a lot. And then reading, then I have to look to the right of my screen, and then I have to read. And now I'm like, but I don't have time to do that because we're talking about stuff that is setting emotion off. But then I happen to look over, and I was like, this heifer just said,
yeah, right.
Mike doesn't watch the
but
chat.
Anyway,
But Jay Black knows that that's his cue. That when I log off, that when you said
right.
what happened to Mo, he needs to be able to explain that to you.
No, you're right.
So Mo has to go. So Mo, thanks for the
Mo has to go.
Mike could do allegedly. He's going to do allegedly. He got a Brittany Bundles story, so he's going to do allegedly. So you can go ahead and handle it.
We have not done allegedly in quite some time.
We haven't.
No, we have not. Now all of a sudden, Jay Black want to produce the show. Okay.
Can you get back? Can you go
Wow.
back?
Shots fired.
No, you can't get back.
I'm gonna let her have it.
Because he called me out. That was a subliminal call out.
You know what, Mo?
That's Jay Black Beckford.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's that model shit.
But he did this when he pointed at the dimple. But Mo, we need to change allegedly. We need to move it up so that when you get here, we can move it up so we can have that conversation.
We can have allegedly any time of the day.
We should do it early. Like we shouldn't do it at the end of the show because she's got things to do. Jay Black, what type of producer are you? Like, what's really good?
And you also said we was going to do an X Mo. You know, with all her therapy.
We're working on that. We just found out that it's a tax write off that can happen.
So we need to be consistent with getting it on there.
No, it's hard because because sometimes Mo Square will just go off and like ask Mo where the fuck she at. No, I'm playing. I'm just kidding. No, but you're leaving now, right, Mo?
Yep, gotta be an Uber driver to my kid to go to school. His driver didn't come, so.
All right, you know we love you. Right. You know I love you. So go ahead.
Absolutely. I will see you guys in the AM.
All right. Sexy Mo's gone.
All right, Mo.
All right, bye, Mo. And she's off the IG. Which Jay Black, you could get on the IG after.
It was 4. Okay, my request has been sent, but
the way you said 4, you should say pause. Or it
was 4. And it's Brittany Renner, not Brittany whatever I said. I got corrected.
Who phone is it?
That's my phone. My wife correcting me every time I say something wrong.
Damn, that thing was
Checking
vibrating
me.
the whole time. All right, Financial Rebel. One last thing. Would any other situations and stuff like that? Like any advice that tax season is coming and it's about
coming.
to get, and your phone is about to be ringing, your emails, your DMs are about to be crazy. What is something that we can plan for so it doesn't get that crazy?
Have all your stuff in order.
Oh damn!
If
you're
you're
right.
a business owner, start going through all your bank records from the beginning of the year till now. Don't wait. If you are, you work a 9 to 5, make sure you keep track of all your tax documents that come in January. This year, this upcoming tax year, is going to be crazy.
Because
we got new tax laws coming with this new infrastructure bill that Biden is about to sign. So things are get a little hairy. They're going to get a little hairy.
So it's going to help us. Is what Joey B about to do is going to help us, the average folk?
Potentially.
Oh, see, that's a good thing. That's why I like Joey B. Give him a chance, Mike.
All right.
Good.
I hope because I know I'm going to the Financial Rebel, do my taxes, and he said we have to sit down, and he said it sternly. He said we have to sit down and we have to talk. And I know I'm not organized enough to make this happen.
Organization is the key to both.
I know.
Nobody wants to talk about that because it's not sexy, but that's real. So when everybody was talking about Trump only paid $750 in taxes, that's because he paid people to make sure he's organized, not because he's good.
All right, well, shout out what goes on Wednesdays. What goes on Wednesdays?
Every Wednesday I do Wealthy Wednesdays where I answer your money questions live. 8 p.m. I do it on IG, YouTube, Facebook, broadcast live. You can find it live over at the Finance Rebel.
Now, if you want to hang out, for the show, because Jay Black's gonna do allegedly. So if you want to hang out, and
I'm a model. I don't do stories.
Not today. Clients are looking for me, so I'm on the run.
All right, big homie.
All right, Nori.
Appreciate you.
Nice catch, man.
All right, y'all. Financial Rebel, make sure you hit that page up, Instagram Live at Financial Rebel. He's got the thing going down on Wednesdays. And if you want your taxes done, this man has clients and will do it properly. And listen, we're not doing discounts. We're not doing any of that. Pay what you got to pay to get it done correctly. That's not what we're doing here. We're pay the money and you will get your service done correctly. The same way when you want to be in the VIP section at the goddamn club and you want them sparklers to come up and you want them girls to be dancing around and you pay that extra money. Well, guess what? This man's worth the money. All right. Financial Rebel, Michael Shawn the Takeover Legend. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Are we good? Yeah. I think
he threw it right on you, Shawnee. Yeah, he threw it. That was fair.
I'm sorry. We wasn't ready. I was trying to do it like we was really official. I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah. I almost called you babe, and I can't say stuff like that.
Silly girl. He called them F-bomb.
How long do you want to go to break?
Hold up. The silly girl was because Mo was being slick. Don't be trying to bring the silly girl up.
I just saw one of the comments highlight that. I was just like, oh. Okay.
Yes, I said it. Hold up. Let me tap this mic. Yes, I said it. I know when Mo be getting slick and she be trying to, yes. Yep. It's 1995, silly girl. And I love Mo. God damn it. So we was arguing. So we said something back and forth. So yes. We ready?
We ready. How long you want to go break? 4 minutes?
Yeah, 4 minutes. Takeover Legends, yeah. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. Like when you wrote the song, did you know immediately, like after you wiped your tears, because you had to cry when you wrote this, but did you know exactly what you have created?
Listen, when I wrote this song, I knew this is the funny, because you seem to be the master of the funny. So let me handle that first. Okay. I was on set of a web series, and on the web series for the brother of Kev on Stage. I don't know if y'all ever seen that comedian. He's pretty popular on social media, but his brother had a web series called Flawed. It was low budget. This was before Why I Love You. So I took all my gigs, took all of them. And while on on Flawed, they asked us what we wanted for lunch, and they said we only have, we're only having sandwiches, and I'm like, okay, we'll do sandwiches. And he said they named the sandwiches. They said ham, turkey, or veggie, which basically meant lettuce,
Right.
And I was like, I'm a little high maintenance, been that way all my life, and I said, chicken salad sandwich. I want a chicken salad sandwich because I'm hungry. My buddy Jor-El Quinn was playing some lullaby music, so it was perfect. And they started filming it because I kept singing it until I got my chicken salad sandwich. And I finally got my chicken salad sandwich. The song that moment goes a little viral on social media. And the rest of my producer, Harmony, said, yo, that's a hit. What we doing with that? And I said, yo, I think we should get at your Chick-fil-A. And he said, nah, take it down. That's a hit. I said, first of all, I'm a grown man, but thank you for calling it a hit. And he said, nah, for real, take it down. Come to the studio. We're going to write a song to that. And I get to the studio and he says, let's write a love song. I promise you it's gonna hit. There's something about it. And so this is why I Love You just started flowing. And brother, words just start going. And honestly, at that time, like I told you, I only knew Heartbreak because I was fresh, not too far out of college. I knew, Crazy Heartbreak. And then I was like, yo, there is no constant love that I've experienced the way that we're told it's supposed to be, except for me and God. And God said, well, write about me and the rest of the world will sing along. So I just the words just started flowing and the rest is history. We got people singing it at weddings, proposals, breakups, baby.
So for those who don't know, can you give us a little bit? For those who may have never heard the song before.
Okay, excellent. And shame on them, but there's room and grace for everybody. That's why we call grace amazing. You know what I mean? All right, but the song goes, it says, I found love in you, and I've learned to love me too. Never have I felt that I could be all that you see. It's like our hearts have intertwined into the perfect harmony. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. Because you love me. You love me. Yeah, baby. I can't sing too much because y'all gonna have to pay publishing.
Listen. See, you know the game. You know the game.
I'm not. Listen, man, your vocal superpowers are amazing right now. Like, no,
and that's early. That's 6 a.m.
That's early. I know. Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Yay!
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
Tap in, tap, Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Jay Black, Shawnee's got, what the funny thing is? That tap in. And I got shout out to Shawnee. My girls actually said, you know what the best part of the show is? And I was like, what? Because I didn't know they listened. They were like, the tap in. And I was like, oh. So the rest of the show, they were like, no, we like the tap in. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm trying to turn down this TV. Wait a second, y'all. Hold up. I don't know why I can't.
Oh, my name is Bundle of Britney's. I be screwing. I don't know who she is. That's why I was trying to look at my wife keep checking me. I said it wrong. It's Bundles of Britney.
It's Bundles of Britney.
Rainer.
Yeah, and remember when she said she was the one making fun of the baby dad and saying she was looking for a stepdad. She was in a car and she.
Okay, I remember her now.
And she's pretty for real.
Yeah, that's why I'm pulling up some pictures right now.
I don't agree with her, but my predicament was. Hold up, I don't know why I can't. Here we go. Hold on. So she was in. Oh boy, I see why people get her pregnant.
Pregnant on purpose.
Pregnant on purpose. So she was saying all that stuff, basically saying, I'm looking for a stepdad, and it was stepdad season and stuff like that. We had a whole conversation. Y'all don't remember. We had a whole, Shawnee probably remembers. We had a whole, Don't put no more pictures up.
I was trying to see what she had on the toaster scale and get a visual here.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I see why. See, that's why I can't even. So anyway, I didn't agree with her coming at dudes next and really being like it's stepdad. Because if she's the mother of my kid, and she's like it's stepdad season, I'm gonna get irritated. Like that's gonna touch me in a way. Like so, she was in Texas. She was in Arlington or Dallas. She was in Dallas, and I remember all the guys were like F her this, and F her that. And then she wound up in Dallas, and every last one of these dudes was taking pictures with her.
Right?
Jesus.
Yeah, I see. I can see why.
I don't even think I like my woman with that flat of stomach. I don't even think I like that flat of stomach.
Why?
But I don't know. She's all right. She looks good. Whatever.
She looks good. Yeah.
But everybody
she looks a whole lot different from that Instagram video that she made saying it's stepdaddy season, but she looks good.
Yeah.
I like her hair. Yeah, she looks nice.
Oh, she got hair?
So all the dudes, all the dudes were taking they were all taking, pictures with her and posting them and being like, after we done killed her. After every guy was against her. And I just thought, and I love the dudes that took pictures with her. But I'm thinking, if we see her, Jay Black.
If we see her, this girl right here. Okay.
So, Shawnee, if after all the stuff I've talked, and then I sit up there and take a photo with her, am I being a hypocrite?
Yeah, you kind of, double backing on what you said because, she was trash, but now she's here in person. So I guess you're trying to figure out if you can.
People do that all the time.
Yeah, people do that all the time.
Especially in radio.
Yeah, it's like me. I don't care for Mary J. Blige's attitude, but I love her music. And that's because I had to deal with her personally. I like her attitude. Keisha Cole, I don't really like her attitude, but I like her music. K. Michelle, me and K. Michelle got into it, but I
like could see K. Michelle. Yeah. I could see that being a problem.
So do you take a pic with her or you don't?
I didn't with K. Michelle because it was that bad. I didn't with Mary J. Blige either.
How about now?
I did with Keisha Cole.
Because now social media is is obviously a lot bigger than
I would with Mary J. Blige because I think at the end of the day I have respect for the woman, but it just was those times. It was 2 times that we, encountered and it was bad. She's kind of changed a little bit now, so. But yeah, with Mary, I don't know about K. Michelle.
I don't know. I was just wondering. I was just. But I guess we should all be.
Dudes do that all the time about girls. Say, "Oh, she a hoe. She did," and then the minute she look at you and give you 5 minutes of her day, now you trying to holler at your wife. Dudes do that. Well, and chicks do that too. They'll talk about a dude, be like, he ain't even cute. I don't even like him. But he got a bag, and then all of a sudden I got over it. But she's a very attractive woman.
I believe it is a contradiction. But but I'm gonna say this. I've never met the girl. So you have somebody's persona, and somebody does something on IG or a TikTok or whatever, and then you meet them, and they're different. I guess that maybe can give you an exception where you go like, okay, this is just an act. Or
you think you can change them. You think you're going to be the one to change them.
Oh, Shawnee got deep. Shawnee, I just wanted to take a picture. I didn't know I could change her. But I didn't know she was interested. But so Jay, you would take a picture with her?
Suave says she doubled down in person. Yeah, I don't really have strong opinions about people to that degree unless they personally affect, like Lisa Ray. Like I felt like she rubbed me the wrong way but I still took pictures with her because I kept messing the name of calling her Lisa, and she kept checking me like.
Did she make you
like,
call her Miss Ray or something like that?
It was just she wanted me to say Lisa Ray. So and I kept messing up saying Lisa and she kept getting irritated each time, but I still end up taking a picture with her after the end of that. But unless it's that personal, I probably wouldn't because it's like I don't mess with you. You know, like, but nah, I've never been faced with that with somebody that I really don't like that, and then I end up taking a pic with them.
You never been faced with somebody you really talked really bad about and then had to take a photo with them?
I don't talk bad about people like that. Who do I never talk bad. If you think about it, over all these 20 plus years, I never really talked bad on air or even like that about an artist or anyone to that degree. Like R. Kelly was rude, but I never talked bad about him. Each time he was the same rude person every single time. I guess he didn't think it stunk, but I guess he found out now. But but I never talked bad. I guess that's the most I ever did.
Did you take a photo with him?
Each and every time, because we did pics it was with the fans and the meet and greet, and then it was a station with the interview, and we was together for the whole time, the hour. Yeah, so it was still. But he was just cocky. That cockiness was just weird to me. Like to be that cocky every single time you interact with somebody, that was just weird. But I never talked bad. Like
maybe he low key liked you, and that's why he was.
Stop, Shawnee. Why we gotta do that, Shawnee? Why? Well, why? Why we gotta? Why?
I'm just saying. I mean, usually that's what happened when they be acting like that is because they trying to suppress something else.
No, he was like that to everybody. I was watching. You know, you read the room and you watching and interacting.
Yeah, he might have.
No, he was.
You know,
okay, Shawnee?
No,
he said, "I don't see nothing wrong."
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
She's an idiot.
We're rubbing on Jay Black. He like the glasses. You got glasses like
nope,
you got the fresh cut,
I didn't need glasses back then. I didn't need. I could see back then. I could see.
All right, y'all. Okay. Is there an artist? Is there an artist or a celebrity of any kind that has offended you that you so much disagree with them that you wouldn't take a picture with them for the likes? You wouldn't take a picture with them. Is there somebody that really? How about this? How about this, y'all? How about this? Let me tap the mic. Let me tap this mic real quick. How about we all chilling somewhere? It's like 20 people in there, and Donald Trump is there.
I'm not taking. There we go.
Whoa! Wait a second.
There we go. That's a good question.
Wait.
Finish it.
And y'all, we're chilling, and Donald Trump literally comes over to the table, and we have like a 30-minute conversation with him, and we're joking, and he's joking. And then all of a sudden, he goes, "You guys want to take a picture?"
See, you see the context? They word again. You put a context to it now. We've been vibing out for 30 minutes.
Wait a second. The context is I'm Hispanic. I'm Puerto Rican.
And I'm still black.
And he said he wanted to build a wall because them Mexicans who are Hispanic are number criminals and rapists and thugs and gangsters or whatever. We don't even have to bring the long line of things that he said about black people, but we've now spent like 30 minutes with him.
But why did we even start that 30 minutes? See, that's what I think the difference is. We're not even going to initially get that going.
No, we were in a room. We would just happen to be in a room.
Yeah, we could have a conversation.
And
I want to know, why did you say that?
And then all of a sudden he says whatever he says. He's like, hey, how about he says this? It's part of the business. It's just part of the business. That's what it is. And then we move on, and then we start talking, and we start joking, and then all of a sudden food starts coming out. Then it's Donald Trump.
Yeah,
and he says, y'all want to take a picture?
Yeah, I'm with Swagger. I can't see it.
I don't know. I can't necessarily say no. If I took the picture, I can't necessarily say that I put it on social media. I might keep it just, so I can say, oh, I met Donald Trump in person. But I can't sit here and just say, nah, I ain't taking no picture with him.
I can't see me vibing with the guy.
I would like to have a conversation with him and ask him
Hey
some
Jay,
questions. I don't.
you do remember when Donald Trump and Snoop Dogg and the rappers would all hang out at the parties with him, and they'd all be like having bottles in there, and all the rappers would, and everybody was rocking with him. I'm
Oh, you
just saying.
talking about then? I'm talking about like now, the Donald Trump that we know now. Of course,
He the same person that he was
I
from
know,
The Apprentice.
but it wasn't quite the same vibe. The Apprentice Donald Trump, we didn't like him, but it wasn't to this degree now. Ever since he was the
So
president.
when he asks you, "Do you want to take a pic?" What do you say?
No, I'm good because I know he's gonna try to use me or use any black person as he do to say, look, black people like me. So I'll be on that mindset of nah. Even though I ain't nobody to him in a sense, but I don't even want to be partaking in that. You know, hey, look, black folk like me.
Okay.
Well,
Swab said, "I'll take a picture of him, not with me." That was back then we were just getting to know him. Okay,
I mean, but back then,
we
even
knew him
before he
since
started hanging out with the rappers, he the one who paid for the ads in the paper for the five boys up there in New York.
Yes.
Saying they were guilty. So what I'm saying is, we
Exonerated
knew
five.
all of this about him
Central Park five.
before. You know, it's just he got a bigger platform.
Who was the rapper he got out of jail? Who was it? ASAP Rocky or ASAP?
ASAP Rocky was the one that was out of the country.
Yeah,
it was ASAP.
He did get him out of
Rocky.
jail too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm just
mean,
putting stuff out there. I'm just putting
it's
stuff.
like
I'm
before The Apprentice, we knew how he was. I was shocked to see, you know, like Lil Jon go as far as he went on The Apprentice.
Would y'all take a picture with Mike Tyson?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we did. Oh, yeah, I did with Touchstone. Me and Touchstone did. Yeah. Tyson. What's wrong with Tyson? Oh, because of the whole rape thing. That's what you're saying. Allegate. Well, I guess that was proven. He was guilty. He did. I had to think about it. What I was about to say. He did time. But we, for some reason, I don't know why we felt like we judged that situation as she knew what she was doing. There was a money come up. I guess in the public eye, you judge different cases, and that's how you determine how you treat that person. In the public opinion of the viewers.
mean, well, no, he was completely wrong for that. I just think that for me, I know what my behavior is.
I said it, Tam.
And how I
he got
convicted.
He did get convicted of rape.
Yeah.
So you taking a picture with Mike Tyson, Mike?
Yeah, I'm taking a picture with Donald Trump too.
All right. Puerto Ricans for Mike. I mean, Puerto Ricans for Trump. Okay.
No, that is not what they're saying. That's not
I'm just saying, I know people don't like it, but we pick and choose. We pick and choose the people we'll take pictures with, and he was convicted of rape. And if R. Kelly was out right now and got out of it,
I wouldn't take no picture.
Not right now. He too hot.
No.
Nobody messing with R. Kelly.
No. But we knew what he was doing, and I'm not talking to you, Shawnee, because I know you're thoroughly going to stick by what you're saying because you mean it.
Before
what he
went
did
off
that
on me in 1995, that was it.
When he went before the Gayle interview, when he was like, "Y'all trying to kill me, y'all," if we would have seen him outside,
Robert.
And she was like, Robert, if we would have seen him outside at a restaurant, you would have taken a picture with him, Jay Black.
The R. Kelly before this came out officially.
I'm talking about he was already
officially. Wow.
Yeah, it's a difference. Like Mike, would you interview him, Tam Axon and Trump? Yeah, I think we do the interview because I think that would be. We don't have to air it necessarily.
No, we're airing. We're airing.
We got to see how it goes.
I would interview R. Kelly. I sure would. I got some questions.
Those real questions that some people are scared to ask.
Sure would.
That's a whole loaded topic, but we pick and choose. I think when we like something, like Donald Trump never had a hit song that we love. Like if Donald Trump had like 4 hit albums that we rock to and we line dance to, I think we take a picture with him.
We all make mistakes, Wally said, but not the same mistake 50 times. I'm talking about R. Kelly.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking about celebrities crazy. Celebrities, because nobody will not take a picture with Mike Tyson, even though he was convicted and did time for rape. I'm not telling you not to take a picture with him. I'm telling you not. I'm not saying don't take a picture. I'm just saying it's kind of crazy how we kind of figure out.
People felt bad for Mike. They felt bad that Robin Givens took him for his money. He got played.
That had nothing to do with the 18-year-old
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do
girl.
with the beauty queen.
The Desiree Coleman, Desiree something that came to the hotel
Something like
3 in the morning. Something crazy allegedly.
Like we kind of pick and choose who we want to be, and
would they be on the flyer? Media Room 360, Sean? You gonna have Trump on your flyers? Promoting?
If we're doing the interview, yeah, absolutely. That's how we get people to watch. Yeah, absolutely.
I think she's talking about in general.
And I always,
in general,
and I always bring this up, and I know everybody gets mad when I bring it up, but everybody will take a picture with Chris Brown.
I have a picture with Chris Brown.
Breezy.
So.
Yeah, and I got a lot of flack for it because the one person was like, "Well, did he punch you in the face after y'all took the picture?"
And
wow,
and I don't know what's behind the story. Like we will never know. And Will Smith said something very interesting, and he kind of was very transparent. He was at the Met in Philadelphia promoting his book. Had a very emotional sit down.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the thing? And he basically said him and his family are doing an experiment right now. And basically he's saying the first time we're doing it on unconditional love. Meaning no matter what you do, we're not breaking up. And it was very emotional. And he was listen, he made some of the most poignant points ever. He was like, listen,
what?
I can't I have to forgive you. I can't keep on saying the stuff you did to me. And I can't keep that lingering in me. I can't. I have to forgive myself and forgive you. But when he said his family, and he was saying like what the media tells you, and everything y'all read about, understand we are experimenting in something called unconditional love. And my favorite artist, my favorite actor in the world is Will Smith. And I just don't know. When he said it, I don't know if I agree with that.
I mean, that's some serious stuff. Here's my picture. Since Jay always show his picture.
Oh, you had the Chris Brown picture?
Yeah, the Breezy.
Oh, he was high as hell.
Yeah, he was buzzed. Yeah, Breezy. Yeah, he's buzzed.
And I'm not even. Dog,
he got you. It is a little tight, Sean. It was a little tight. He got you around that neck area.
What's a little tight?
If I hug you like that, you would have taken my arm around.
His forearm.
You would have taken my arm.
No, it wasn't tight. No, we was sitting there talking and tripping first before we took that picture.
Oh, so Tam's all about forgiveness. That's good.
Yeah, you should forgive. I like what Will said. I wish I would have downloaded it so we could play it. But I was like, but I felt that in my chest. I'm like, dang, that is so true. If you want a relationship and it works, whatever kind of relationship, not just romantic relationships, but you have to be that way. You in it.
See, Tam got to see Breezy thing.
Yeah, me and Tam went to see him before. Like I've been to all of his concerts, but one year.
You support Chris Brown? Oh, you gonna get
I absolutely love Chris Brown.
But whether you support him or not, my fact is we will overlook stuff for things and people that we really, really like.
True.
Like I can lump a chick up. And still people will be like, well, what did she say? And then a normal guy can lump a chick up the same exact way, but because he can't sing or dance, nobody will be like, well, what'd she say? They'll just be like, dude is an animal.
Well, no, I mean, with that situation, I felt like he was wrong. And I mean, Rihanna came out and gave her side of it too. And it was messed up. He needs some help. You can't get mad and just go off like that. Well, how old were they? Like 19 when this happened?
I think they were like in their 20s. And I'm not judging. I'm not judging Chris Brown because I'm not saying I couldn't be caught up in the same situation.
Yeah, I think
like, I don't know. I'm just saying it's subjective on how we decide who gets judged and who is canceled and who if you if you done made songs that live and resonate in our lives, it's a lot harder for us to just be like, we don't F with you no more.
I think with the Chris Brown Rihanna situation, I personally felt like he was young enough to be rehabilitated.
It's his
Now,
age, like Suave saying, age plays a role. Yep.
but as he got older and he over at Good Morning America busting out windows and okay, now somebody needs to really get a hold of. But I think if somebody would really just got a hold of him and help him understand or how to figure out how to put that anger somewhere, it would have been better. That was my thing with him. Now, if Chris Brown was 35 beating people up, no, he needs to go to jail. Well, you need to go to jail if you're 25.
Say it, Mike.
Yeah, you need to go to jail if you're 25 too. But I just felt like his age, he could have been rehabilitated. That's all. Yeah, you gotta go to jail if you hit anybody, like that, because he beat her up really, really, really bad.
They beat each other up.
I think, but
I mean, she did. Yeah, she hit him too, but it's still. I don't understand a man attacking a woman like that. You are bigger and stronger than a woman. Why do you have to beat a woman to a pulp? Why do you have to do that? So you wanted to put her out the car. Put her out the car, but don't put your hands on her. Well, or hell, you get out the car, let her take the car, and you call somebody to come get you. I mean, it's things that he didn't. He went about it the wrong way. Yeah.
Now listen, people. I'm on the other side with the Chris Brown story. Let's be clear before we start this. I was like, people forgave Chris Brown and stuff like that. I don't know if that's right. So I'm just responding to her saying, Shawnee saying you shouldn't put your hands on somebody. If there's no way for me to get you out my car.
But to push you out after you hit me
without putting my hands on.
Well, then you get out the car.
You're supposed to get out your vehicle, walk away, and call the cops.
I have done that before with my daughter. We were in my car with a dude I was dating. He was driving, and this joker flipped out on me. And I said, as soon as he stopped that car, I hit that unlock button, grabbed my baby, and got out the car and told him, "You go, take the car." Yeah, but I ain't getting ready to do this.
And this is all schematics right now. But it's his car. Like, it's Chris's car. Like,
it was my car.
Oh, but okay,
my car.
Okay, well,
my car.
Let's just say it's the opposite way around. Let's just say it's your car, but I'm not saying you could probably beat me in a fight. But let's say you knew for a fact. Let's say you knew for a fact you could beat the person, and you're like, "You getting out my car? I'm not giving you my car." So, in order to get you out the car, I gotta put my hands on you and grip you up and get you.
No, you don't. You can pull over, say, "Get out my car." They don't get out the car. We got these little cell phones now, 911. Hey, I am at Keystone Pope. She won't get out of my car. It's done got ugly. I don't want it to escalate.
You do acknowledge, Shawnee, that's not realistic.
That is realistic.
In the heat of the moment, when if you're the female that's beating up a guy and he wants her out, and he like in the heat of the moment, he's not thinking I'm gonna leave me in my vehicle to you and I'm gonna walk away.
Yes,
say, no, you hit me, get off me, and I'm gonna push you out. That's what they think. Like that's just the reality.
If you don't want to go to jail and have them problems, and that's something that's been taught to you that hey, this is how you got to handle it. Yes, you will.
No, in 2021,
I knew I didn't want to go back to jail, so I got my baby and got out of my car and let that joker drive off in my car.
And I walked home. Voice.
Well, I walked to my mama's house.
Yeah. Stop, get out, and walk.
We want to do this.
I'm gonna write this down for tomorrow for Sexy Mo.
So what is Shawnee got a 45?
Sean Westbrook said.
Shawnee gonna get out the car because I want to be here with my kids, so I don't want to kill nobody, and it'll be a whole bunch of mess.
All right, so we're gonna have this conversation. It's gonna call I had this conversation with my daughter Amani. It's called Red Flags. So red flags. We're gonna have a conversation tomorrow called red
Oh,
flags.
that's easy. Yeah, there's a lot
No,
of red
no,
flags for a
not
lot of stuff.
no, no,
Yeah.
no.
No, it's
The,
really not.
the obvious red flags are easy.
Yeah, obviously the cell phone, you can't go there, or I don't want you to go. Like
Are you raising your voice? Or are you you want to grab somebody's
yeah, that's a
arm
red
when you
flag. Yeah, we can get in a
when you
red flag.
talking? But then there's subtle red flags. There's subtle red flags. And then the amazing part, and I'm gonna repeat this story that I had with my oldest daughter, Amani. I had to pick her up and we were driving, and she was talking about a girlfriend that she has and the red flags. She says, I don't understand why they don't get the red flags. And I said, and I'll repeat this tomorrow. I said, you don't understand because you know your dad is one big red flag. So you understand what you don't want to deal with. And I told her, and I kept it a buck with her. I was like, there's a lot of women it was all cute and whatever, but they ignored my red flags. And she was like, you're right. She said, because the red flags that she's learned is by watching me do red flag stuff.
Wow. So it's either the dad not being there or the dad being the problem, but either way,
or the dad being a problem. Yeah.
Wow.
And go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
No, she just I guess see some of your red flags and your mistakes, and she's learning from watching that aspect of your life.
Yeah. And the fact that we can have these conversations and she could see me in my changing. She was like, I see you changing. I see what you're doing. And then I also go like, yeah, but don't let that fool you. I don't want you to forget daddy's red flags. I want you to know exactly what those red flags were. And that whole you my girl. I can't stand that word, that phrase that I've grown up with. You are no one's girl. You are no one's girl. Like that whole phrase is off.
That whole thing is interesting what you're saying though, because it's like use it. No, I'm different though. Like I'm different. You don't worry, but you're saying no. This is what it is, and that's your red flags for you to look out for and know. And you're giving the real deal, not trying to sugarcoat it as I'm dad and what I say is right, and don't do as I do as I say, and all that. Yeah.
Oh, she said they had a conversation in class, and it was a conversation about with addiction, and Monty was like, I'm not obligated to ride out with you to help you through your addiction.
That's your addiction. That's your problem. I'm gonna sacrifice my life.
Was like,
wow.
I'm not saying I'm living. I'm not gonna. She said I'm not leaving the first time I feel you get drunk, but when I see it as a pattern, I'm not obligated to see you through it. And then this Monty literally said this. He said, "Yeah, I ride out with my dad because he's my dad. You're not on the level of my dad." She was like, I gotta ride out. I'm riding with him. That's my dad. I can't trade him in basically and get another dad.
But she was
like, I'm not riding out with your ass. Yeah, she did Chris. She just deuces.
Back to that, yeah.
But I think in hindsight, I'm like, damn, I should have been offended. No, I'm not offended. I'm like, you're right. Like you
got to be a little offended or a little not embarrassed, but a little. I mean, that's deep. That's deep. Like
no, that's for him not to be offended or embarrassed means that he's really overcome this. If he got offended or embarrassed, then it's still a problem.
No, because I realized that my mom, of course, they did the best they can. Our parents did the best they can on what they were growing. But if somebody would have told me the same thing and been like, listen, this is what I did, but I'm not excusing it. You don't need to look for this in somebody else or deal with it with somebody else. But we had a good conversation. That's why I thought this whole red flags topic.
Yeah, we gotta get deep. I feel like Mo's the therapist, so she could put her therapist hat on.
But that's good because Mike is there in the house with his daughters. He's there with them. And you see that go the opposite for the girls that don't have the father, because as a girl, you're always seeking your dad's attention, and when he's not there, you end up picking your dad and going through whatever the foolishness was your dad took your mama through, or the other women in his life.
No, And
I always thought there was excuses too. People do. Oh, because my dad ain't here. I went this route. I'm looking. I always thought that.
I mean, well, you don't realize it until later. Like I didn't realize that I married my dad until after we were divorced, and I'm looking at my daughters do some stuff, and I'm like, dang, wow, I see how this.
Suave stuck through it 13 years, so she ignored the red flags and kept trying to fix and change her individual. 13 years of a bad. That wasn't like 12 good and 1 bad. She said 13 years.
13 years in a bad relationship.
Wow.
Yeah, that's long. That's long.
That's a long time. That's a long time.
But hey, look, you're a good person. That's just a long stretch. But okay, I got that as a topic tomorrow. Red flags, and then we'll try and get allegedly set up. So maybe we can do it earlier, so we can do a 10-minute allegedly, and then get into red flags tomorrow and rock out with that. Shout to Financial Rebel. I didn't even get on how much money I lost last night. Oh,
Maybe you shouldn't.
How did the Eagles play yesterday?
Eagles played and they won.
Oh, okay, good.
They won, clearly won.
I know the Cowboys played, but I don't know what they won.
No, they won. They won big. No,
yes, we do. Yes, we do.
The Cowboys won super big. The Giants had a bye. We didn't play, and the Eagles won. And if their quarterback would have just thrown for 26 more yards, I would have won my bet. 26 more yards. 26. And the week before that, Lamar Jackson, I missed it by like 3 yards. So that means I've lost 2 weeks in a row over 29 yards. That's all I'm saying. All right. For those who don't like football, you don't get how hurt I am right now. All right, y'all. We're good. We will see y'all tomorrow. It's Michael Shawn, the Takeover Legend. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that and understand. There's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let somebody steal it from you. It's Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah, y'all.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.